All right, well, welcome, boys and girls and children of all ages. I hope you guys are all having a great night. I'm Atheenon. We're going to play our survival mode Long Dark character tonight. We got our new run fun. We're going to rename him HRV Start. He's only 23 hours old. We spawned at the head of the river. We made our way down the river past the wolf. We got into the cave, got our matches and a hat. We then went into the cave with Sketchy Wolf, and we got our bedroll. Well, actually, you can see the bedroll right there. We got our bedroll and our hacksaw and a few pieces of clothing, I believe. Yep, a few pieces of clothing. We got a ski jacket, which was a nice find. Found a pair of socks as well, which was a good find. We got some cattails from the river, which always help. And, yeah. Now we're ready to go and see if we have the smoke signal over here. We also grabbed the, we grabbed the rope, so if we do have the smoke signal, we can go there and do that. So, socks. In which cave is the ice wolf? Actually, it's in the cave that I'm in right now. The ice wolf is in the cave that does not have a waterfall in front of it. The one that has the waterfall in front of it is not the cave that has the wolf. So, okay, it's almost morning out. We got some torches, which is good. I'll break that one down because it's low condition. Well, I'm in the upper part of the cave, Layubo. I'm in the upper part of the cave where the wolf cannot reach. The lower part of the cave, the wolf can reach. Once you climb up, though, into the upper, you go up that rope. He can't get up there. So we're good. We're good for right now. We don't have to worry about him because he can't get to us. So for right now, we're safe. If we were in the lower part of the cave, we wouldn't be safe anymore. Azumacao, hello. How are you doing? Your smoke signals have different item pool in Interloper. In Interloper, the smoke signal will have several things. It'll have a heavy hammer, a Mackinac jacket, a sewing kit, a piece of probably ruined moose meat. It may be good at this point. And that's about it. There's not a lot of good stuff at the main thing the main thing at the smoke signal is the heavy hammer and the Mackinac jacket. Those are the two main things that you go there for. So they're really not. It's really, I mean, it's a excellent place to go to. Don't get me wrong, but it has nowhere near the loot that it has nowhere near the loot that says like on Stalker. There's no chance of getting a there's no chance of getting like a moose-hide satchel at it or anything like that. So you can get a moose-hide satchel on Stalker, Pilgrim, or Voyager, but on Interloper there's nothing. So no, don't you ever worry about questions. I'm always willing to answer them. So there's no such thing as a stupid question. I may have a stupid answer for you, but there's no such thing as a dumb question, so don't ever feel bad about asking questions. Where's that wolf at? Oh, he's down there. We bypassed him. Nice. Oh, we do have the smoke signal. Do you see the smoke coming up right there? It's very faint over the hill. You probably can't see it, but we do have the smoke signal over here, which is really nice. Hey, Pops1971, how you doing, buddy? I have like 500 hours and like 1 in HRV. Yeah, a lot of people don't hang out in HRV. I personally love HRV. Giant, how you doing? How's it going today? Gigant. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with your name, but
gotta warm up somehow.
Yeah, every question you ask is stupid. Don't feel bad for asking. Hey, you know, I love answering questions about the Long Dark. Answering questions about the Long Dark is amazing. So don't ever feel bad about asking questions. Yeah, see, now you can see the smoke a little bit up there, but it's kind of hard to see. But I can see the smoke, so I know the smoke signal is over here.
If I don't warm up soon.
Fluffy Hydro Dam flashbacks, yeah. Now this, getting to this smoke signal is kind of a one-way ticket. It's like your one-way ticket to midnight. Really, dude? He wanted me for a second, then he was like, ah, never mind. Yeah, HRV is a great start if you know where to go. Exactly. Exactly. If you know where to go, it's a great start. Well, I will try. I will always try to get your name, but I may or may not succeed. Now, you can't get past that brush on the way out. I've tried many times. I think there's a way you can. I personally have never found it, though. I've personally never been able to get past it. See, there's a smoke signal right there. This is actually not a bad smoke signal to have. It's actually pretty nice. We'll take a couple rabbits here. Do I have rabbit stuff on me? No, I do not. Okay. Oh, man. He got up and ran away. Little bugger. But hey, at least we got some birch and maple. That's always nice. Yeah, you know, think about starting on Pilgrim in Hush River Valley and get a lay of the land. It's a very tricky landscape to kind of get used to, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. It is a very cold fire. In fact, no warmth at all. Alright, so we got a piece of moose meat. 81%, we'll eat that right now. Why not? Can't give us food poisoning there. And we got a whetstone, a heavy hammer. We'll get a Mackinac jacket in here. Actually in good shape, 79%. Get a little bit of wood. A little more wood. No, we're not dropping any gear, my dear. And then over here, we got a body, and that body has a sewing kit on it, so... Oh, yeah, well, and that's guaranteed. That's guaranteed at this smoke signal, so... That's why Hush River Valley is such a good spot to start, because you come out of this zone with so much good stuff that you don't suffer as much, I guess. But the trick is getting out of this zone. That is the hard part, is getting out of the zone. Legendary, how you doing today? Hello, hello. And there's a sewing kit. Oh, there's one of our feathers. I was wondering, where's the feathers at? Is this a one-feather dude? It's a one-feather dude. Now, there's also a snow shelter here, which actually is surprisingly warm. It actually is, like, surprisingly warm. It's at 0 degrees, but that's, like, pretty good for us. So let's get warmed up just a little bit. And we still got that frostbite risk, but that's okay. We'll be fine. Let's get into the cave and we won't have to worry about it. Actually, you know what? Let's tie off this rope since the weather's not too bad right now. What's my frostbite at? 44%? Okay. Because that's our way out. So if you're coming to this fire, or coming to this place, you always want to have that rope on you, because that is your escape route. Alright. What's my favorite region to start? This is. My favorite region to start is Hush River Valley. Because you come out of here with a hacksaw, you come out of here with a heavy hammer, you're ready to forge, you usually have stuff already to make arrows and bows and stuff. So it's like a really great starting zone. It is probably my favorite starting zone in the game. Probably my least favorite spot is Desolation Point. Shanzo with the 4-month resub!
Scenes 0001.
Thank you so much, Shanzo, for that 4-month resub. And thank you, everybody, for yesterday. Oh my god. We had 175 subs. Either resubbed or given out yesterday. 175. You guys are insane. It was crazy. Pleasant Valley is a great start too. I would even up you one on that. I think if you're going for a Pleasant Valley start, I think starting in Timberwolf Mountain's even better. Because not only do you get the Pleasant Valley, not only do you get the stuff from Timberwolf Mountain, but then you go down and you get the stuff from Pleasant Valley as well. So, Merry Christmas early. Thank you very much, Drunken Monkey. Yeah, it was crazy yesterday. It was absolutely crazy. But yeah, Timberwolf Mountain's actually a really good start too, because you get a lot of good stuff there very quickly, and then you can get into Pleasant Valley. You get to loot the plane crash where you can get lots of clothing, and then you can swoop down into the farmhouse, the barn, the crossroads, that whole area there. There's plenty of bedrolls for you. I really like a Pleasant Valley start myself. Unicorn Felicia, hello. I said hi to you in the very beginning, Unicorn Felicia. Right when you came in, I saw you and I said hi. You must have missed it. There we go. Let's get a fire started here. Always, always, always start a fire with the torch. And try to find the cold place in the cave. See, it's cold, there it's warm. Find the cold place, make the fire. Oh, it's not actually that cold out here, okay. It's 9 degrees there. 1 degree, 9, 1. Okay, so we'll make the fire out here. You always want to try to build your fire in the outdoor portion of the cave because it'll last longer. Oh my goodness! Gigant, thank you so much for the 3-month resub there. Appreciate that very much.
62 just subscribed.
Alrighty then. It's not starting. We didn't get it started. That's alright, Unicorn Felicia. Always nice to have you come by. Always good to have you here. But yes, Luger, it was a crazy day, but it was a lot of fun. We had a great time playing Long Dark, and we played a whole bunch of Ancestors Humankind Odyssey after that. It was a great night. We're gonna need a lot of fuel on this fire because we gotta cook, we gotta make water. So we might as well beef it up. Beef up the fire, baby. Beef it up and get some food here. Once we get down into the lower part of the zone, we'll have lots more cattails, so I'm not really worried about food, but, you know, it's always a worry. You had a rough week, I had a rough week too, so I completely empathize with you there. Completely empathize with you there. It was a rough week for me too, that's why I didn't stream on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. Or Wednesday. And then I just streamed I streamed yesterday. I had a rough week too, so I hear ya. I hear ya. Make up some water. Prepare up our rose hips and our mushrooms.
I'm getting tired.
Yeah, we're getting pretty tired. Good thing is we have plenty of fuel. Going through the caves, you have plenty of fuel. Alright, we got another mushroom or rose hips to prepare up. One thing that's very key in Interloper that a lot of people don't know about is pick all your mushrooms, pick all the rose hips. Those will get you a lot of good cooking skill ups very quickly in the game. You're an HRV anyways, so do you know about the technique that your clothing not getting wet under a waterfall? Yes, I do. Oh yeah. Do you know the technique to make sure that you don't get your torch put out going under a waterfall? Very interesting. Alright, let's cook up a couple teas here. Well, I actually caught a stream! Well, hello, King Caramel. Caramel? Is it caramel or caramel? Caramel. Caramel? I'm probably saying it wrong. Welcome, King. How are you doing? I'm just making all my water into this stuff, into teas. Alright, everything's into teas now. Alright, let's make some water. Alright, so we got some teas. That's where our water's at. We'll just drink down one of those and get our water back. There we go. Leave it at 0.01, and you're good to go. I go with Kara. It's pretty good. Turn 23. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy 23rd birthday, King Caramel. Kara. Happy birthday to you. There, you got the official happy birthday song. And it's not copyrighted anymore, so I can't get struck for it. So, you know, that's always good. That's always good.
I'm so tired, I could lay down right here.
I know you could. That's why we're gonna put our bedroll right. Actually, we'll sleep outside. We'll put it right there. Throw a little more fuel on the fire here. There we go. That should be good enough. Let's eat a little food. Did your daughter get set the wedding date yet? Not yet. Not yet, Fire Monkey. Nope. I think they're just engaged at the moment. It's just the engagement, the part, you know. DMCAs be crazy. Yeah, well, you know, since I'm singing it myself and I'm kind of doing my own take on it, it's kind of like it's not really officially the happy birthday song, but happy birthday is no longer copyrighted, so it can't get struck. So that's always good. Yeah, you gotta watch out for the DMCA. You gotta look for those DMCAA. Python, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, the DMCAs. Yeah, they're pretty nasty. You don't want to get stuck by those. That's why I had to delete like a lot of my VODs, because we used to do a thing called Song Request Sunday. We used to do a Song Request Sunday.
Something to drink.
But I had to delete those VODs because they have, you know, songs and stuff in them, and who knows what's going to be copyright claimed and not copyright claimed, and you know, who knows. Ancestors was a blast. I've been really enjoying that a lot. Okay, so we got to move that. If you put a T down, you got to sometimes have to reheat it twice. Once it says hot, then it's not going to burn away. Before it says hot, there's a very good chance it will burn away. So what we're going to do is we're going to make up a little bit of water while we're here, because why not? We might as well make a little bit of water with our fire. What's our weight looking like? Oh, we're only at 19 kilos. We're only at 19. No, 19. 19. Let's get our weight up a little bit there. Oh, they get so excited when they kill a snake. They're like, yeah, baby. All right, we're gonna drink that down and get some warm-up bonus. There we go. And then we're gonna grab some torches out of here. I stumbled across you on one of those YouTube compilation videos. I've been watching the first 7 Days to Die Navigating playlist. Oh, geez. Yeah, the Navigating, that right now, I actually stepped it up from that, and now I'm playing on survivalist difficulty, which is way harder. We're just gonna leave the guts here. I'll get more guts down in town. I don't want to carry the guts around. Hides do not generate a smell. Uncured guts do generate smell, so you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. But yeah, the 7 Days to Die, I've been enjoying that a lot. I usually play that on Wednesdays. I didn't stream Wednesday this week, but I usually play that on Wednesday evenings after my long day at work. Kill some zombies, have some fun exploring around. It's a good time. Now, one cool thing that they changed in the game with the most recent update, and it's a small change, but it's very nice, is now you can go to a rope, you can climb on that rope, and your torch does not go out. You can actually climb up and down ropes, no torch needing to be thrown. You can climb up and down those little cliffs that have the vines on them without throwing your torch. So, wait, so Tinder's completely useless once you get fire starting level 3. Yes. Once you're at level 3, Tinder becomes absolutely worthless. There's nothing that it does for you except weigh you down. So just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. It's worth absolutely 0. I'm actually going to go over here. There's usually a piece of cedar over here that we're going to get. We are not going to go down into the valley right now because there's no reason to whatsoever. We're going to make our way over here to the exit cave. And then we're going to go to the waterfall cave because we want to get our head wrap and our combat pants. You've been playing Long Dark on Stalker. I don't have the navigation skill for Interloper yet, but I got my bear coat. Nice! I'm counting that. Oh, that's totally a success. You definitely, if you ever want to step up to Interloper, you want to play Stalker as if it's Interloper. You want to make the clothing. You want to make a bow. You want to make a forge run and craft arrows and craft a knife and a hatchet. Play around with that stuff a little bit. Use the guns if you need to survive, but use them until you get that bow and arrow, and then start using the bow and arrow over and over and over again. That will definitely increase your chances of success when it comes to Interloper, because that's all you have to depend on in Interloper. You have nothing else, so... That's very good, though. I'm very proud of you. That's awesome. Getting those Interloper strats down early. I hear the bear. I hear the bear. We will avoid. Avoid, avoid! Abort, abort! God, there's so many cattails down there, though. See if I can sneak them. I don't think I can sneak them. Nope, bye-bye, Mr. Bear. We'll sacrifice the cattails to not have to run into the bear. That would be bad. I'm gonna keep the cattail heads for Tinder right now. Yeah, the torch stone tip for scaring off the wolves is amazing. Well, the nice thing is we don't have a bear over here. Might have a wolf, but we have no bear, so that's good. We'll go grab these sticks. And always crouch when picking the cattails, because that way, if there are any animals around, they will probably not see you. If you're not crouching while picking cattails, the animals have a high probability of checking you out, coming over and wrecking your day, making your life just miserable. So you don't want to explore without crouching, or pick them without crouching, because it'll probably hurt you more than help you. All right, we're almost over to our little cave over here, which is good. There's a deer for us. It's only 1 arrow down temps right now. It's only -3. That's not bad. Imagine flaming arrows. I hope Hinterland will consider it's a bug and then fix it. Well, they took away the ability, Foxfair, of us to distract wolves with bait, with guts and meat and stuff. So I don't think they'll mess with it. I don't see them messing with it, but you know, whatever. So watching you play 7 Days to Die has made me sad at being stuck on the update-deprived console version for so long. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with that, yeah, the, not having it updated on console is kind of sad. Kind of sad. I understand it, but it is kind of sad. Really? Oh, he went for the wool. He went for the bunny. Oh, snap, we got another ski jacket. Oh, snap, we got a dance coming in from Anima. Thank you so much for that 16-month resub. Thank you so much. 16 months. Holy macaroni. Thank you so much for that 16-month resub.
16 months.
Very nice of you. Very nice of you there. All right, so we're just gonna take our stuff and go. We're just gonna take our stuff and run, because this is not our destination. Not our destination. I've just been watching you use a spear and sulking. I want a spear. Bye-bye, Mr. Wolfie. You have fun with your rabbit. You have fun eating your rabbit there, buddy. Does the no calorie loss when smashing can skill in cooking also make the can opener useless? No. Because if you want to save, if you want the can itself, you have to open it with a knife, a hatchet, or a can opener. Even after cooking 3, you smash it open, you get no calorie loss, but you still get no can. So if you want the cans, you gotta use the can opener, a knife, or a hatchet to get them. So I mean, you don't need the can opener if you don't care about the cans. If you're like, I don't care, I got 50 cans sitting at home. If you don't care about the cans, smash them open. But you won't get the cans. You just get no calorie loss, like you do early in the game. So it's kind of a potato if you want the can or not.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Unfortunately, the can opener gets superseded by the the knife or the hatchet if you have that in your inventory. If you really want to save you really want to save it, you have to He's like, these are my cattails, sucker. My cattails, not your cattails. My cattails. You go somewhere else, Mr. Wolfie. My cattails, not your cattails. So yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't give you an option on what to use. Yeah, I wish it would give you an option on what tool to use to open it, like smash it open, can opener, knife, or hatchet. Then I'd actually keep the can openers after I get the knife and hatchet. But unfortunately, it defaults to the knife or hatchet if you have those in your inventory. So if you really want to save it, you have to basically drop your knife and hatchet, and then it will default to the can opener, which is kind of dumb. Alright, so this is the cave here, or the falls here that have the cave behind it. So we're going to throw our torch down and strip our clothes off. We're now naked. Grab another torch here. Light it on that torch. Throw that one down. And you pick up the torch on your cursor. You walk through the waterfall. It puts it back in your hand, and then you go into the ice cave. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the coding choice is there. It's there already. It's not like it's not there. It's already there. So I don't know why they do that, but the main reason you come to this cave is you come to this cave for this little treasure box right here. It'll have a whetstone, a box of crackers, a head wrap, and a pair of combat pants in it. There's the whetstone, there's a nice head wrap, some nice combat pants, and we got that's a bonus! Bonus loot! We got bonus loot, boys and girls! Bonus! Heck yeah! Like the bonus loot, oh my goodness! Streamer loot! That's called streamer loot right there. Alright, let's make a little fire here. Sure, we can put one down right there. Why not? Bonus loot! Yeah, there can also be climbing socks in it. Very, 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 very infrequently. But that's in the glowy cave. That's in the glowy cave. We gotta get there and see if we got anything. You can also sometimes find a bullet or two in this cave as well. The nice thing about getting the hacksaw early is you can get the meat off this guy very quickly. And this will give us good food for a while. Not that we don't have food, but this will just give us a good amount of food very quickly. Alright, let's do that. And then, nope, can't do that yet. Let's take his gutsy goose. Then we'll use our hands on his hide.
Oh, I'm starving.
Right as she says that, we get some food. Right as she says that. Oh, I'm starving. Oh, stop your whining, Astrid. You're fine. We should be able to take the hide with our hands in 40 minutes. The hide is always faster with your hands, unless you have the knife, then it's equal. So if you have the knife, it's equal to use your hands or the knife if you can do it. But I would recommend using your hands because you never have to sharpen your hands. You have to sharpen the knife. And the knife will take damage from you harvesting the hide like that, so.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Shh. Darling, you're fine. You're fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm just taking a lot of this. This is the waterfall cave. Yep, this is the waterfall cave, not the regular ice cave that has the wolf in it. So there's no danger of Wolfie Boy in this one. There's no danger of a Wolfie Boy. I just took all those torches because why not? At worst, I'll break them down into sticks. At best, they'll light my way and light my passage all the way along. So usually there's some food over here. A couple pieces of coal. Usually there's a piece of food over here. Hey, look, a tin of sardines. 74%. Okay, let's try it. We still have a chance of getting food poisoning from it. Okay. Any sardines that are below 75% have a possibility of giving you food poisoning. 74 is kind of on the cusp, whether it's going to give it to you or not. I don't trust them, but it's not like the end of the world because we're really tired anyway. We have tea, we have full health. Usually you want to risk food poisoning if you have full health or if you have a lot of, oops. Actually, I do want to take my clothes off. You can take your clothes off. Alright, let's throw that one down. Light one off of it. Throw that one down. Grab it on my thing there. There we go. Put on my stuff. How scary is food poisoning on Interloper? No scarier than regular game. You get no health back. If you don't treat it and sleep for 10 hours right away, you can suffer a lot. You'll lose health. Food poisoning actually, I don't believe food poisoning actually kills you. I think it stops taking away your health once you reach like 5%. But I'm not 100% sure because I never let it get that bad.
Starting to feel numb.
But, yeah, food poisoning, it's not any worse than it is on anything else. Yep, 65% can of sardines. The worst thing about food poisoning is if you don't have the medicine on you to actually cure it. That's the worst part about it. If you have no medicine on you to cure it, then you're up a creek. Now, see, that's where this climbing, there could usually sometimes be a backpack there that'll have climbing socks in it. Yeah, the best is when you get carcass harvesting level 5, you can harvest animals at 100%. That helps save the knife. Yes, it does. That helps save the knife a lot. I just want to check over here, because sometimes there's stuff over here. This piece of coal. There's a little fire over here, too, huh? Somebody had a little fire. Yeah, well, that's why I carry a lot of mushrooms on me. That's why I stress from the beginning of the game, you need to pick mushrooms and rose hips, make them into teas. If nothing else, you get cooking skills for them, but the big benefit is that you always have that medicine on you. Even if you don't find pills or anything, you'll have medicine on you that can cure you if you get food poisoning or if you get a sprain or whatever. I think actually, no, I don't have a sprain right now. I just have a sprained wrist. So, yeah, that's the worst is when you get food poisoning and have no medicine on you to cure it. And then you gotta run around like a madman and try to find mushrooms and then cook them up. All the time, all the while you're losing health due to the food poisoning. That is the absolute worst case scenario. That's why, usually in the beginning of the game, if I find any food that's less than even 50%, I don't even risk it. I just don't even risk it. I survive off cattails and high quality food, and I stay away from all the rest. What are you? Oh, piece of cloth. Ooh, piece of cloth. Let's toss that torch. It's getting low, and we got 14 other torches on us, so... Yeah, it's a good thing. Well, there's certain areas, though, Juma, that don't have a lot of mushrooms. There's certain areas in the game that are very mushroom shy. Desolation Point has some, but they're kind of few and far between. There's certain spots that have a lot of mushrooms and certain that don't. Okay, we got no body there. We got a body over here. Usually there's some hides and guts over here too, as well as maybe a pot. We might find our first pot. There's a pot right there for us, baby. Oh, we got some tea. We got 3 rose hips. 0% meat. We're just going to leave that there for him. And then sometimes these are curing. That's cured. That's cured. That's curing. So we'll go over to the rope here and just kind of chill out for the night. There is fir and cedar in here, which is nice if you're really desperate for wood or fuel. Usually at this stage, I'm just surviving off coal for the most part. Alright, let's put that out. Let's eat some food here. So we got this box of crackers, but we have 43 cattails on us. 43 cattails. Yeah, baby. We like the cattails. Cattails are booyah this early in the game. So we'll eat these down. We'll go out and we'll gather some more at the other end here. Nash, how's it going, my friend? How you doing tonight? Palio, how you doing? God, I always screw your name up. Pal, how are you tonight, pal? It's easier to just say pal. Alright, so let's get some sleep for tonight. You only want to sleep 10 hours, because at hour 10, you become thirsty. We'll wake up and we won't have any water in our system, but that's okay. We just got thirsty at hour 10, so hour 10 is when you get dehydrated. So you only want to sleep 10 hours, otherwise you'll start losing health due to having no water in your system, basically. Hey, day 3, well-fed bonus. Hey, I wonder how long we've been alive. Oh, 3 days. And we got the well-fed bonus. Oh, I'm too encumbered to climb still. Let's eat some cattails and drink some water, and that should hopefully get us underway. All good, getting pretty cold in the UK right now. Oh, man, winter is coming. Winter is coming. Winter is here. Winter's coming here, too. Very quickly. Let's see where our weight's at now. 6'2", yeah, we'll probably have to drop some sticks or something. We'll just drop a couple sticks. We got 25 sticks on us. We don't need that many. There we go. At least it's a little bit light in here, so we don't need to have the torch on. I'll give you guys night vision, because you can't see crap. I know sort of where I'm going, so for me it's not that big of a deal. But you guys can't see anything on your screen, so... Trying to find my way around in the dark. There it is. Just trying to find my way around in the dark. We'll light a torch. I was trying to do it in the dark, but no such luck, and I'm missing coal and stuff, so... Ah, there was the next little stage there. Oh yeah, we went down a side path. Nice. There's the exit. There's the exit for us. Alright, well, we'll go out this way. Now, this is where the other smoke signal can be. So basically, the top of each of the caves is where you can access the smoke signals from.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, our torch is probably going to get blown out here. That'd be my guess anyway. It's kind of windy. It's kind of windy. Sometimes there'll be a birch up there. Sometimes there's a maple over there. We'll go check them both and see if they're there. Oh, I didn't have my birch and maple curing last night. Oh, and I got that gut on me now, too. What was that? I heard a boop. I'm just gonna drop those guts here. I just don't want to draw the attention or ire of the wolf. There's a wolf that hunts underneath that log over there, that broken tree, and he'll come all the way over here to get you if he smells you. It's well, I have a USB attached controller to my computer. It was probably just that disconnecting for a second. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. It must just be a bad USB port. Alright. We'll grab these last couple cattails. Hey! How's it going, Atas? How you doing tonight, my friend? Not much. We started a new run last night. We're now on day 3. We started here in Hush River Valley, and we're taking full advantage of the zone. I'm gonna go check and see if the maple's up here. It kind of hides. This maple up here is kind of a hidden maple. It hides like down in this little gully here. So I just wanted to see if it was there or not. Now the other smoke signal is right through over... Oops. My torch hasn't been blown out, so I guess I'll keep it going. The other smoke signal is right through that arch right there, past those brush. But you have to get past that brush to get to it. So it's kind of a hard smoke signal to actually get to. So, I usually just skip it. Yeah, actually I'll go to it. The problem with that smoke signal is not getting to it, although it's a little tricky. The big problem with that smoke signal is getting back from that smoke signal. Do I forge first to go technical backpack and possible moose hide? Ooh, I'd go forge first myself, but that's just me. And down we go. Yeah, we'll go warm up in the cave down here. I personally go to the forge first. But I mean, if you're already in Ash Canyon, go for the backpack. Go for the backpack. If you're already there, why not? Now, I don't know how you intend to get a moose if you haven't forged yet, unless you're like on Stalker and you already have like the gear and stuff to do it. I would go for the forge first if you're on Interloper, and then swing and go get the other stuff. Hey, bunnies, bunny, Rabs.
So cold.
I know you're cold, darling. You gonna play Red Dead 2 again? Nice. All right, catch you later, Nash. Have a great rest of your night, buddy. And boys and girls, if you've not gone over and followed Nash, he is an expert on all things. Related to Red Dead Redemption 2. He is an expert on all of it. Now, usually there's a pry bar and a box of matches in here. Good, we got the pry bar. Usually this guy will have a box of matches on him. And a box of matches. Oops, my torch is almost out. Is this a go guide? I guess it could be technically a go guide. Although it sort of got broken up by yesterday, me playing a little bit of it before, but I mean, it's a go guide as far as this is how I go. Hi, Quesimo.
Come on, little fire.
You wear double layers at all times, but you're super chilly. Drop that, drop those, drop that. Drop those, there we go. Alright. We got a little bit of frostbite risk, so I want to get rid of that. And I want to take care of myself here, so let's throw a couple pieces of coal on there. A few of our sticks on there. That's one thing that you get a lot of in this zone, is you get a lot of sticks. And you get a lot of coal. Fuel is never... I've never had fuel be an issue in this zone. There's also a lot of just random... there's a lot of random cedar and fir laying around as well. Yeah. Will got 8. Will got 8 yesterday by the wolves. Yes, I do die in this game, boys and girls. I do die in this game. It's not super common, but it does. What's this about? Technical backpack? So if I'm in Coastal Highway, do I go to Desolation or Muskeg Railroad? I mean, if you're already in Coastal, go to Desolation Point, I guess. I mean, I usually don't choose Desolation Point to be my first forge run, just because it's all indoors. So by the time I'm done making my knife, my hatchet, and my arrowheads, I usually have cabin fever. Kana J with the 3-year whoop whoop! That's my nephew, by the way, boys and girls. Thank you, Kana J, for the nephew. 36-month resub. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't really like Desolation Point as a choice. That's not my choice, but you know, hey.
3 years whoop whoop.
3 years whoop whoop. But hey, if you're gonna go there, go there. Do it. Do it. Do it. Go to Desolation Point. But yeah, well, gosh, Connor, you missed this. You missed the stream yesterday. 175 subs yesterday, boys and girls. 175. It was absolute insanity. Drunken Monkey and Tweaky just were dropping sub bombs left and right. It was absolute insanity. But it was so much fun. But it was so much fun. Oh, I forgot. I gotta give out some points for Connor's 36 months. Now I gotta give out 3 times the points. There we go. Let's make up old man. Oh, I can make up a bandage finally. Let's make a bandage up. Yeah, one stream. One stream. Yeah. Yep. You think you dropped in various streams like 500 US? Oh my god, man. Wow. Well, that is very, very, very generous of you, my friend, and you know, it's very much appreciated by all streamers to get support like that. So, all right, let's drink that down. We're gonna go for the next cave down here. Get our torch out. Pick up our can. Light our torch on the fire. Pick up our stuff and things. All right, we're ready to go. Let's go. Woo! Oh, thank you so much, man. That is really kind of you. And seriously, streamer. I mean, as a streamer, I know I appreciate it. I know other streamers appreciate it just as much. So, I would never take for granted generosity like that ever. So. Nice thing is we have a warm-up bonus on us, and the temperature is really good right now. It's only -4. And we got a warm-up bonus. So we're going to pick all these mushrooms, because it's good. What, who, heating, see, what? Grab some more catty tails. There we go. Always, always, always walk with that torch out, boys and girls. Yeah, oh, gosh, I mean, and Drunken Monkey, it was like I was looking back on it. There were a lot of people who gifted 2 subs, 5 subs. There were some big resubs that came in last night, too. I mean, it was a combination of everything. It was just it was insanity last night. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. I mean, I have fun anyway, but a night like that just makes me go, yeah, you know, this is one of the reasons I'm doing this, is the support from you guys. It's one of the things that keeps me going day in, day out, so. Oh, there goes my torch. That's bad news. As long as I can keep the deer in front of me, hopefully the wolf will go for the deer instead of me. Hopefully the wolf will go for the deer instead of me. This hill makes me nervous. Now that I don't have a torch on me anymore. There's wolves in them hills over there, boys and girls. There's wolves in them there hills. Tweaky was on fire last night. Tweaky dropped that 50 sub bomb. It was like, oh my god. Ooh, Angry General coming in with that 10-month resub. And on a Twitch Prime, nonetheless. And if you haven't signed up for Twitch Prime yet, do it. Do it. You get that free sub every month, the one channel of your choice. It doesn't automatically renew, but you get to use it. Thank you so much for that sub hype. Let's get that sub hype out there for you as well. Thank you so much for that resub there, Angry General. I really super duper appreciate it very, very much, my friend. Oh, I hear the wolf now. Oh. They're doing better. The kids are having a rough time with their stepdad passing away, but they're doing better. We're gonna stay up here. We're gonna drop down. I think I can mountain goat down into this cave. The wolves will be coming from somewhere around here. If you're gonna mountain goat, always stay crouched. You have less of a chance of getting a injury if you're crouched. It's like you're already a compact little unit and your body can handle it, I guess, or something. But yeah, you always take less damage if you crouch while you're mountain climbing or mountain goating. If you're standing up, you're probably gonna take damage 100% guaranteed. Usually this cave doesn't have much in it. A little bit of coal, that's about it. Yeah. Drop all those guts immediately. Actually, I don't really need to start a fire here, do I? Alright, well, let's drop the rest of this stuff here, too. How late in the day is it? It's getting a little late. Is there anything I need to do? Anything I can repair? But repair that, but I won't get that much back. I'll repair the socks, because those are the best socks I can get, so I'll try to repair those. Yeah, we didn't start the fire. It was always burning. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We've actually lost no health, so we're going to sleep in small increments tonight, because that'll be best for us. Can't go to school for 10 days. What? Why can't you go to school for 10 days? That's weird. Alright, let's eat some cattails. Drink a little water. Actually, you know what? Let's drink down some of these heavy teas that we have. Oh, yeah. If you're smelly and you're in a cave, you can still attract the wolves. Oh, yeah. The wolves will definitely come in the cave and eat your face. That's why when I get in a cave and I don't have a fire going, I usually crouch. That way, if a wolf comes close, he won't sense me. And I usually drop all my smelly stuff once I enter the cave. I'll drop the meat in the exterior of the cave. Drop the guts in the interior of the cave so they can cure some more. But yeah, usually I drop all smelly stuff once I get to a cave. Because they will smell you, they'll come in the cave, and they will try to eat your face. And so you don't want that to happen.
No power
don't want that to
universe
happen.
Can stop me.
K-Baro, thank you for the follow there. I appreciate that very much, my friend. Thank you for the new follows today. I appreciate those. And thank you for all the resubs today, too. You guys are awesome. So we're just gonna pass time for a couple hours. Because I don't really want to... go to sleep yet. I also want to see how temperatures are going to do. Let's pass time for a couple more hours. What we'll do is tonight, since we don't need to get health back. Ooh, it could get very cold. I'm just going to sleep for an hour. It could get very cold in here. We may have to start a fire. Depending on how cold it gets. No, we're still good. We're still good. All right. So, sleeping 2 hours at a time, you'll never freeze to death. If you only sleep 2 hours at a time, you're pretty well safe. At this point, even if the storm got really bad, we'd lose a little bit of health, but not much. So, and the storm actually didn't get that bad, so it actually cleared up for us a little bit. So we're just gonna keep sleeping a couple hours at a time. It's only -1. Now it's going back up again. It does wear down your bedroll pretty quick because your bedroll is worn down by the number of uses that you do in it. But it doesn't matter. We can repair it with cloth, so who cares? Been watching YouTube for a year. What? Learned everything concerning Long Dark from you. Will definitely be tuning in from now on. Well, thank you, K-Baro. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the first time chat. We'll be gentle. We'll be gentle, my friend. But thank you for the first time chat as well. Glad to see you here. And now, any questions you have, you can just ask them. You can just be like, hey, I was wondering about this. Or I wondered why'd you do this? Or why'd you do that? Oh, jeez Louise. Mark Wars! Oh, man. Mark Wars gifting out 5 subs. Going out to Bucko, Serene Living, Joshua 8D5, Natterfiend, and Smoked Out Jesus. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so very much, Mark Wars, for the 5 gifted subs. And now oh, gosh. Now I gotta... There we go. Get out some points for it. Thank you so much, my friend. Hey, not much. We're on day 5. We've been alive for 3 days on Interloper now. We've been alive for 3 days. K-Baro with the tier 1 sub. First time subber. Thank you so much for the follow and the sub, my friend. Thank you so much. And if you guys don't know about Twitch Prime, please go check it out. You get that free sub. Water-wise, I usually carry between 2 and 3 liters. I have a little more on me now than I usually have, but that's because I don't want to light a lot of... That mainly is because at this stage of the game, I'm pretty light. I'm pretty lightweight, so I don't want to have to make fires all the time because that utilizes matches. I do have 32 matches, so I'm not doing good on that. Fire strikers, they vary. A fire striker, I believe, goes down, I want to say 5% every use. It might be 3. It's between 3 and 5%. So depending on what condition you find your fire striker in, it could give you a lot of lights, or it could give you very few. I usually don't utilize the fire striker real early in the game. I usually leave it till later in the game. It's a nice safety valve in case you need a, it's a nice safety valve for when you have a torch out and you just want to walk with it not lit, and it'll give you the protection because the torch won't, like, usually if you accidentally click on the button, the torch will auto light with a match, and with that it won't. All right, see you later, A2s. Have a good night. Have a good night, my friend. We are actually going to go venture out in this for the main reason that the wolves should be gone. I just got off work lurking by train and foot for a bit. Oh, well, I'm glad you're off work. That's a good thing. You got the whole weekend ahead of you now. But hopefully this way we won't have to run into wolves and bears out here. We'll see. We shall see what we see. Oh, but we'll pick the rose hips and the cattails for sure. Why can't I touch that? That was so weird. Little Blind Mouse, hello, hello. How are you doing tonight, darling? Hope you're having a good journey wherever you may be. You're going home tomorrow, so you're right outside of Pensacola. Nice. Nice. Well, welcome back to home, little blind mouse. Yeah, we got that frostbite risk coming on. That's always a pain in the butt. But we can deal with it. We don't have any gloves yet, so our hands are getting a little nippy. It's a little nippy on our hands, but that's okay. We should be fine. We do have a little bit of a journey ahead of us, but it should be okay. We'll probably stop somewhere and make a fire real quick. Does a trick with rosehip and reishi tea also work on birch bark tea? Actually, birch bark tea works exactly opposite of mushroom and rosehip tea. The way mushroom and rosehip teas work is that they give you the healing property when you finish the tea. The birch bark tea is exactly the opposite in the way that coffee and herbal tea is, where the more of it you drink, the more benefit you get. So you want to drink the entire birch bark tea, the entire coffee, the entire herbal tea, because you get the maximum time benefit from those when you drink them. So they're it's sort of opposite effect from the rosehip and mushroom. Home is a bit of a bummer, unfortunately. We don't have good enough service to stream. Oh no! Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, I'll need to hole up and make a fire here soon. I'll get down into the river. There's a spot down there I can make a little fire. Just a little annoying. Yeah, just a little. Just a little. That's a lot annoying. Gotta keep an eye on that. Okay, we're gonna have to make a fire here pretty dang quick. Or we will get frostbite. And we do not want frostbite. How cold is it out here? Wow, it's pretty cold. My dad was positive for COVID, and I'm not positive, so you have to quarantine. Oh, well, that's good you're not positive, though. That's good. It's a good time to not be positive.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Found the tree. I knew there was a tree over here I could do this in. I found the tree, boys and girls. We found the tree. Now we just gotta hope the wind don't shift. If the wind shifts, we're screwed. If the wind shifts, we're screwed. So, actually, let me put down a large tea here. Make up an herbal tea. Do. And now we're just chilling for a minute. We're chilling like a villain, boys and girls. All right, let's make up a mushroom tea. We're just hoping the wind don't shift. Okay, that wind shift's no big deal. It's still protected. Oh, it shifted right into our fire. God dang it. Well, our frostbite's almost gone. Can I add a stick? Can't add a stick. Gosh dang it. Dag nabbit. Well, at least we got warmed back up again. Can't add any fire. It can't add anything to it. All right. Well, that's okay. At least we got warmed back up. We got a warm-up bonus. The frostbite risk is low. Let's go. Let's go. Trying to cut a big block of Gouda. Ooh, yum yum. I guess I could go hide in the cave over here. Then I'd have to face the wolf again. We'll just move. We're gonna move it. How Gouda is it? Heyo. It's probably really Gouda. It's Gouda to you. Is it Gouda to me? It's Gouda to you. It's the Goudiest. Smoked Gouda. Mmm, yum. I love cheese. That's what I didn't get at the store. Gosh dang it. I knew there was something I forgot to get at the store. I like to move it. We like to move it. We like to move it! This looks like a spot we could build a fire right in here. Sorry, it's a family curse. Everything is a reference to songs and TV shows. No, that's okay. Do I still have my cheese slicer? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, my friend. I still have my cheese slicer. Cheese slicer, ho! There's worse curses. Yeah, there's way worse curses. Way worse curses than that.
Come on, little fire.
Come on, little fire. Oh, jeez,
That didn't work.
that did not work. Come on, little fire. Of course, now I'll get the fire started and it'll get blown out right away. Good God, man. I wish I had a book. Last thing I expected to get out of this channel was an awesome dried pear recipe. Well, there you go, K-Baro. There it is. It's right below in the description, so. Had to go eating. Hello again. Well, Layubo, welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. All right, let's add a couple pieces of coal. All right. Let's get that water back down. Pray the winds don't change again. Pray the winds don't change. Ah, there we go. In fact, speaking of dried pears, I have some right here in this little baggie. Yum. Get some dried pear love going on. Those are so good. Hey, look at that. We got cooking 2 already. Day 5, and we already have cooking 2. It's been a good day. Oh, there goes my fire. Drink that down and get some of our... Get our warm-up bonus. Alright. And then let's go. Let's go, baby. The fire did what it needed to. We got our water done. And we got our warm-up bonus from Tees. Can I not get past this? I can't get past that. How annoying. I can't get up that hill either. How annoying. The game is just trying to toy with me. It's toying with my emotions, I tell you. So basically, we're done in this zone as of right now. We are getting out of the zone, going to Milton. We're gonna pick up lots of sticks as we go. Because why not? They're sticks, and you always pick up your sticks. Sticks are your life in this game. The more sticks you have, the greater chance you have of surviving. The less sticks you have, the greater chance you have of dying. I will detour for rose hips, though. And a piece of birch. Nice. A little piece of birch up there for us, too. Beautiful. Well, if you go down into the description stuff below Python Papa, where it has like my personal info and all that sort of stuff, there is a recipe all written out down there for you. So all you have to do is go there and copy it down or take a screenshot, and you'll have it. I posted it all up down there. So I think like it's at the very bottom, like at the very bottom. Oh yeah, here we are. Trying to figure out where we're at. We're at the waterfall. We just got to go up and around.
Sure getting cold.
Yes, it is. We've been fighting that frostbite risk this whole time, too.
So cold. I just want to lay down.
Well, we're almost home, baby. We're almost home. Don't worry about it. We're almost there. You'll be fine. We only have it's 50% now. Holy crud. Just keep going, baby. Keep going. Keep swimming, swimming, swimming. It's gonna be a nail biter. I'm kind of worried we're gonna get frostbite. We're heading to Milton right now. It's 10% up.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Oh, and now we can't sprint because we're too heavy. We're heading to Milton right now, so if we can make it to Milton, we'll be good. But we're gonna have to make another fire down here, otherwise we're gonna get frostbite. So I'm gonna need to find a good spot to make a fire, which looks like right in here. Right in here. Yes. Come on, baby, make a fire for me. We are not out of HRV yet. No, we are almost out of HRV. We're at Stair Step Lakes right now. We're right above Stair Step Lakes. God, I can't even talk right now. We're right above Stair Step Lakes at the moment. How much water do I got? 3 liters? Okay. We can just make up a couple teas here. Hey, Prodicta, how you doing? Thanks for your Ash Cannon. Ready to go, guide. It is now my new favorite zone. It's a good zone. It's a very nice zone. Did I find any notable items here? Oh yeah, we got ourselves a head wrap, combat pants, Mackinac jacket. Actually, we got 2 ski jackets. We actually found a bonus thin wool sweater. We have our heavy hammer, our hacksaw, our bedroll, and our whatchamacallit? The pry bar. That pry bar thingy. Got that pry bar thingy going on. So yes, we got lots of good stuff. This zone is probably my favorite zone to start in. Oh, of course it blew my fire out. Of course it blew my fire out. So when the wind shifted, it blew my fire out. Now, the nice thing is that a fire is never truly blown out. The fire will get blown down to 9 minutes, and then you can always add sticks to it. If the wind's not too strong, you can add sticks to it, and it will blow it back down to 9 minutes again. It looks like the wind's actually going away. So I think I could probably build it up a little bit. Hey, look at that. The wind's gone. Yay. All right. All right, Python Papa. See you in a bit, buddy. See you in a bit, my friend. Did it get blown down again? No, it didn't. Okay. I picked through all of Mystery Lake, Coastal Highway, Pleasant Valley, no hammer. Did you check the, Coastal Highway usually has a heavy hammer in it, which is surprising. Did you check the fishing hut in Coastal Highway that has the heavy hammer in it? And did you check the car that has the heavy hammer in it? Because there's two spots that you can get a heavy hammer. That car on the highway up there by the tooth is one that a lot of people don't know about and don't look in. So, that could have been... Oh, the car near the log sort didn't have it? Okay, well, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm surprised you didn't find it. Go look at the loot tables. They might help you. The loot tables might give you a hand. Oh, well, then you probably aren't playing... If the hammer was on Hibernia, then you probably aren't playing on Interloper. Would be my guess. Because the hammer's never... Yeah, the hammer's never in... The hammer's never in, the hammer's never in the forge spots on, Interloper. You'll never go to, say, Hibernia... Or Desolation Point will never have a hammer in it. Forlorn Muskeg will never have a hammer in it. Actually, I'm incorrect. You can sometimes find a heavy hammer in, You can sometimes find a heavy hammer at the maintenance yard. That's the one spot that could possibly have it there. So, oh yeah, under the workbench in Coastal Highway too. That one hides in the sand. Is it possible to access the signal fire loot on HRV without removing the bushes? Yes, you can get to both of those without removing the bushes. The one that's easy to get to is the one that's up there by the ice cave that has the wolf in it, the exit there. That one's pretty easy to get into. The other one's not so much. The other one you have to do a little bit of mountain goating to get to. Now, in neither situation can you get out of them. The one up there where above the cave that has the wolf in it, that one you have to take a rope to get out of. The other one you have to scale down a cliff to get out of. Geltaz, yeah, oh, I know of him, yeah. I don't know him personally, no, but I do know of him, yes. He's a very good YouTuber. He does a lot of Long Dark videos. And a lot of other games, too. But yes, I do know his name. I just made so many campfires, my game crashed. What? How many campfires did you make? How many campfires did you make there? But yes, M. Hobbs, I do know of Geltaz. And Acturize as well is one of them that's really good too. Geltaz hasn't done any Long Dark stuff though for a while, hasn't he? I mean, I think Acturize still does some, but I don't think Geltaz does any Long Dark stuff anymore. You made like 20 fires? The game was probably like, what are you doing to me? What in the actual are you doing to me? Do you know why he stopped? No, I don't. I know he was a big name for a while, but lots of people stopped for different reasons. Most of it personal stuff would be my guess. Would be my guess. Probably something personally went on in his life, and that's why he stopped doing it. Yeah. I usually do like 6 or 7 fires. But now 6 to 8 fires is usually my max. Anymore, I usually just do like 3. But yeah, I don't know why he stopped making any videos. Not a clue. Like I said, I don't know him personally or anything. I know of him, but that's just hearing stuff from my viewers about him. So. Another Jen, hello. How are you doing? But yeah, it's a mystery why he stopped. But, you know, I mean, Hadrian doesn't really do anything on YouTube anymore, and that's all just, you know, personal stuff that he's got, you know, life happens to us all, so. I'm trying to level up fire skill, that's why. Oh, I gotcha. Well, the best way to do that is just make fires with sticks if you're gonna do that, and just have like a stick fire, make another stick fire, and just do one after the other, and then circle back and relight the same ones. Relighting the same ones works really good. Miss Hadrian, oh yeah, he's just got stuff going on. I mean, he's a busy man. I was just happy to have Hadrian drop by last night. Yeah, he used to make funny long dark videos. Now he's totally MIA. Yeah, haven't seen an Avco stream in ages either, but she does pop in from time to time. Avco, Avoca. I don't know who Avoca is. I don't know who that is. Is Avoco on here on Twitch? I'm just gonna shout her out so I can go give her channel a follow at least. Yeah, I've never I'll go give Avoco a follow there. I'm not familiar with them. I played the Forest. I was not a big fan. The Forest to me was just very clunky. There was stuff with and I know it's never going to get updated. So the Forest it was very clunky. The combat with the AIs was kind of annoying, and I just didn't really have a good time. I had fun chopping down trees and listening to rock music while we did it, but that's about it. That's about it. But yeah, I'm gonna play Son of the Forest when it comes out, because I'm sure it's gonna be a lot better mechanics wise. But yeah, I played the Forest for a little bit. It's not my favorite. I don't like the ones that have those cannibals and stuff in it that much. That's one thing I didn't like about that was the days when Bethany used to pop into. Oh, okay, yeah. I remember that name. I didn't really like. That's one of the reasons I wasn't a big fan of Green Hell. I just didn't like the cannibal aspect. They were just kind of annoying. Green Hell was fun, but it definitely, like the Forest, it kind of punished you for like leaving your main base. Because in Green Hell, you basically had to do the same thing over and over again in a lot of bases, and I just kind of got tired of it, I guess. I don't know. But Green Hell was beautiful. I didn't like the backpack, though. The backpack I had major issues with. The Tetris backpack was just not good. Wasn't good at all. But, you know, Green Hell's a very beautiful game. I would not shy away from telling other people to play Green Hell. And the Forest, you know, if I played the Forest when it first came out, maybe I'd have some sort of sentimentality towards it, but I never played the Forest when it first came out. Yeah, inventory in Green Hell was a nightmare. It was bad. And the Forest, I think it just suffers from it's very dated. But it's one of those that I never played it. Like I said, I never played it when it first came out, so I have no nostalgia surrounding it. But and there's a lot of other stuff I wanted to play too. So I'm gonna play that new game Star Sand. Or yeah, Star Sand? Is it Star Sand? I'm gonna give Star Sand a try next week. And I have another one called Winter. What is it called? Winter Warfare Survival and Star Sand. Those are two that I want to give a try to next week. See if I like them or not. Star Sand looked kind of cool. It looked a little bit like Arid, or sort of like that desert area in Icarus. It reminded me of that, which I love the desert area in Icarus. That was really cool. Like the Forest, enjoyed the story very much, but doesn't have much replayability. Yeah, I mean, I just didn't get into it, Goonies. That's the thing, is I didn't get into it, and I didn't get into it at a time where I'd have any memories of it or anything. So I'm just like, yeah, there's lots of other stuff out there. Lots of other stuff out there. I've heard that the Forest is really fun to play with friends, though. Like if you play like together with other people, I've heard it's pretty fun too. So. Play with a group, had a blast. Yeah, that's the thing I've heard. It's pretty fun like that. I do play a few older games every now and then, but I generally skew towards newer stuff that's coming out. Unless it's Subnautica Below Zero. Unless it's below 0. And then I just... Subnautica below expectations was not that fun for me. Yeah. I've been really enjoying Icarus. That's been a lot of fun. If you've never seen Icarus, Icarus is a pretty fun little game. I really like the concept. I'm curious to see how they implement it once they fully release the game. Right now, Icarus is doing what they're calling beta weekends, where every other weekend they're updating the game and they're releasing a little bit more stuff with it, and giving you a chance to play it for a couple of days, play it with friends, play it on stream, whatever. And then it's an open beta. Yeah, pretty much. Basically, with Icarus, they're basically, I think, stress testing their servers, and they're also seeing what they can optimize in it, because it isn't really good. It isn't really well optimized at the moment, but they're doing better with it every weekend that I've played it. So I'm very curious to see what they do this weekend. I think this weekend is actually going to focus on... Let's see, what is it going to focus on this weekend? Come on, Steam, you can open anytime. It's like $26.99 for Icarus. This weekend is... last weekend was Desert. This weekend is Missions, Risk and Reward. So we'll see what that entails. I wonder if they'll have, like, more missions that you can attempt on it or something. Yeah, and it's a good way to promote the game. And the game's, I mean, relatively cheap. I mean, when you figure a lot of games coming out are, like, the $34.99, the, you know, $49.99, and it's only $26.99. It's not only is it a good way... Oh, it's actually on sale for $26.99 right now. It's not a bad way to promote the game. It's not a bad way to get people interested in it. Not a bad way to sort of suss out problems that they might have with it. Because that I think is the main thing they've been doing, is kind of figuring out problems they've had with how wildlife is dispersed, how resources are dispersed, and that sort of stuff. So, Among Trees, I played Among Trees. It was rather limited in the play that I was able to do in it. It was okay, but it didn't have a lot of replayability once you played through it once. I don't know if you know the streamer Evan and Caitlin. They played the Forest. No, I don't know who they are. I'm not familiar with them. But yeah, Among Trees was fun, and for $15, I mean, I think I picked up Among Trees for about $5, and it's a good $5 game. $15. It's I guess you'll get $15 worth out of it. It's a very beautiful game. They did a good job. Did a good job with it, visually and graphics wise. It's the aesthetic of the game is very good, and it's kind of unique. But yeah, I just kind of lost interest in it after a while. I was like, okay, there's not much more to do. Once you start upgrading all your stuff, it almost suffers from what Flame in the Flood suffered from, where there's only so much you can do, and then you're kind of like, okay, what else do I do now? You know, another gen, I have not played it since early access, so I don't know. And it may be better now. I may have to revisit it and give it another shot. Because I like the aesthetic of Among Trees. The aesthetic of Among Trees is very beautiful. 47, that's not a risk I'm going to take. Sure would like to find some gloves. Another pair of jeans. Ooh, we got a storm lantern, though. That's always nice. Sure would like to find a pair of gloves. No gloves for me. No gloves for you! Drop those down here. Drop our fresh hides. Drop our saplings. Nope. Drop some of our 62 sticks. Boom, there we go. What else do we have? Okay, we got cedar, and we have fir, and we have 21 coal. I think we have enough coal, boys and girls. I think we're good. Yeah, oh, I liked Among Trees as well. It was, like I said, visually, the game is beautiful. It has Among Trees has a very cool aesthetic about it. There was a couple things I didn't like about Among Trees. First off, it was an Epic Game exclusive, and I hate exclusives. I think I understand why companies do it, but I think as a player, I don't like being told I can only buy this game from this specific person, and that's it. It's like, I understand why they do it, but it's like, it's kind of annoying. So it just kind of annoyed me a little bit. Yeah, it's finally coming out on Steam. And it's like, okay, so now it's finally coming out on Steam, and I'm pretty much a Steam guy. So do I re-buy it on Steam, or do I just play it off of Epic? And Steam's gonna have achievements, and Epic does not. It's just like this whole, ugh. Yeah, it's a full release now. It's a full release to it. But yeah, it's like, oh man. Oh man. You make me buy the game again, maybe? Just to get the achievements? Oh. Oh, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. But hey, you know, they can do what they want to do. It's their game. I mean, the big draw Epic Store has is that they give away games. They give away games. I might get it if people says it works well on Steam with Proton or Linux. Yeah, I'll probably play Among Trees again. I might actually just pick it. I mean, I think the game is good. I thought the game was a decent game. But like I said, there was just it was kind of limited. Let's see, Among Trees. Release date November 10th. I'll just add it to my wish list. Because I hate having to go through Epic to get it. But no, I mean, it was a pretty interesting game. And, it says this, no user reviews. Oh, that's because nobody's bought it on Steam yet. Durr. But, I wish I could play Long Dark and watch you at the same time, but I'm horrible at multitasking. I am too. I am too. It's been on my wish list for a while, but I'm waiting to see if they added more to it. It seems short. Yeah, you know, another gen, it was very short in the early access. I don't know if they added more to it or not, but it was rather a short game. It was rather a short game. So, they're just like I said, it's the same sort of thing that Flame in the Flood had wrong with it. It's that you could play it for a certain amount of time, but there wasn't a lot to do after a certain stage of the game. After a certain stage of the game, you kind of ran out of things to do. Which is kind of frustrating as a player. With it being like an open world survival. You sort of would build most of your stuff. You'd get the good backpack. You'd get all this stuff. And then it was like, ugh. There was nothing else to do in it. You're like, okay, what do I do now? You don't play it anymore. And that's pretty much what it came down to, is I just stopped playing it after that. Do you carry the hammer as you travel, or do you just leave it at the forge? I usually leave it at the forge. Because usually once I've made a forge run, I have a knife and a hatchet, and those will do the duty. Those will do the same thing as the hammer will do for me. And that way, if I ever need to make another forge run, I can just go back there and I don't have to carry a hammer back. It's more of a weight issue than anything else. Because that way I can carry, like, all sorts of good stuff with me. Is that a storm going on outside? Is there seriously still another storm? Yeah, it's a 2-kilo weight. Seriously, another storm. Alrighty then. I guess we could travel to the Grey Mother's house. At least if we do this, the Grey Mother's house will be down there. That we can leave this stuff in. And we don't have to worry about wolves and stuff coming at us. And the trip to the Grey Mother's house is super quick. I'm just going to leave this wood here. Because we're going to eventually come back up here. Is fishing a good long-term strategy? Nah, not on Interloper. Not on Interloper. The problem with fishing is that when you're at low skill fishing, you get very few fish for your hours, and so the return on your money is pretty bad. The return on your money is pretty bad for that, especially with the fuel. I'd rather go kill animals, get cooking 5. Generally, for me, fishing is a late game activity that I do for one purpose, and that is to get myself more oil. I don't really fish for the purpose of getting food. The calorie per weight ratio on fish is horrible, It's like a 3-kilo fish for like 1,000 calories or a little bit over 1,000. And you can carry a 1-kilo piece of moose or bear meat that gives you 1,000 calories plus. So you can carry 3 times the weight. You can carry the same amount of weight in bear or wolf or bear or moose meat and get 3 times the calories. So fish is just I don't really subscribe to fishing early in the game.
Jesus,
Just for me, it's not a worthwhile use of my fuel and my time. Because early game Interloper, my main goal is to travel to as many places as I can, gather up as much stuff as I can, get my forge run going, get my bow and arrow made, and then explore the rest of the world. And if I have time to fish along the way, yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, usually late game, if you're trying to pass days, like you're trying to reach a 500-day goal or something, fishing can be a good way to do that. You can gather up coal in the Pleasant Valley to Coastal Highway mine. You can get about 30 to 40 coal in one go. Get a whole bunch of wood at the houses in the Coastal Highway area, and then head over to Coastal Highway and get a nice fishing spot there by Misanthrope. And boom, you can fish for days and days and days. Have tons of food and water all the time, so you'll never get cold. You'll never anything like that. So, Magic Jack, that's all right. 99 is good. Well, I wish they would give us the ability to, like, fillet fish or cut them into smaller, like, harvest a fish and cut them into smaller pieces with maybe a little bit better calorie per weight ratio. But they're just, in my opinion, they're just too heavy to carry around. They're not really good travel food. If you're gonna travel something stinky that's gonna attract animals, you might as well carry deer meat, wolf meat, moose meat, bear meat, whatever. Gonna run an errand. All right. Have a good rest of your day, Emmy. If we don't see you later on, why did we start over? We died. We died. We had a horrible incident with a wolf, with 2 wolves. The first wolf hit us. And took away our bedroll and knocked our health down to really low. So we used a stim. We didn't realize our bedroll was gone, though, till we got down to the cave we were going to stay in. And then it was like, oh, crap, I have to go back over to another area where I can sleep. And so we used another stim to go there, and then another wolf got us. So we had 2 wolves that hit me in a row. So yes, even I can die. Lots of people who are like, I never saw you die in this game. Yes, I can die too. Death comes in many forms. Many forms. So yeah, it was a little bit of an ouch, but you know what? We got to start a brand new character last night. We started out in Hush River Valley, which is my favorite place in the game to start. And now we're in Milton. We're going to loot up the town. We're going to have so much good stuff going out of here. We got birch and maple on us already. We got guts. We got hides. We got all sorts of things going on. Had to check that real quick. We got all sorts of good stuff going on. We got good clothing. We got a Mackinac jacket. We got a head wrap. We got pants. We got combat pants. All sorts of good things. All right, so we're going to drop the coal here. Just to lighten our load. We're going to drop our sticks here to lighten our load, too. We're going to drop our cedar here to lighten our load. All right, let's explore. Let's see what we can see. We're taking the cloth. That you can die makes this game even more scary. Oh, no, everybody has to face their death eventually. There's usually 1 to 3 pots in here. There's 1, 2, and then there's usually a pot out here in the fireplace as well. 3. So we got 3 pots in here. It's a 3-pot house. And there's always matches here. So if you ever need matches and you're in Milton, just come to Greymother's house. There'll be matches right on this counter. That's a guaranteed match spawn in Interloper. Streamer clothing drops. They are not streamer clothing drops. They are not streamer clothing drops. So, it'd be awesome to be able to salt or dry fish, make them less stinky and lighter. Oh, yeah. You know, another gen, I have proposed for a long time that they introduce us some way to craft or find a smoker in the game that we can smoke animals, smoke fish, and smoke, you know, meats with. Not only fish, but other meat as well. So we could basically make our own, like, homemade beef jerky. They haven't done it yet, but, man, I would love to see that in the game. I would love, love, love to see that in game. We are going to take a little bit of metal while we're here. I'm going to pick these books up, too, because why not? Whoops, I don't want that. But yeah, I actually propose that they give us salt in the mines. That there would be like a salt area in each mine that's sort of like coal. You could harvest salt from it. Maybe it would take an axe to harvest it, or maybe they'd have to make an improvised. You'd have to make a pickaxe or something like that to get the salt out of the mine. That would be really, really cool. Hey, CX Miller! Hello, hello. Yeah, it'd be really cool if you could get salt and actually salt the meat, leave it inside to cure, or leave it outside to cure. I don't know exactly how that's done, but one way or the other, be able to salt meat in the game would be amazing. Any kind of preservation would be awesome. We just got jeans. Boo. Oh, there's another sewing kit down there. Boom. Usually there's a sewing kit in this house, too. It kind of moves around from place to place. So you kind of got to look for it a little bit. Get some toilet water. Yeah, an Escape the Pacific style drying rack. Exactly. That would be super cool. Nothing in those. Nothing there. Nothing there. Tear this down and see what's behind it. If there is anything behind it. Oh, a cured maple. Look at that. We got a cured maple, boys and girls. Oh, speaking of which, let's go down here and drop those. Get those curing up. Drop our ribbity-rabbity hides. That's enough for gloves right there. I haven't found any gloves yet either. That's weird, isn't it? Let's drop all of our birch and maple that needs to be cured. Even if you could just sun-dry meat, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of cool if they added something like that into the game. And they could totally add salt into the mines and it wouldn't change anything. If they really wanted to make it like a special thing, they could even add a like drying skill. But the more stuff you dry, the better you get at it. The more calories you get out of the dried meat or something like that. So then in the beginning you wouldn't get a lot of. It would take longer to dry, and it wouldn't give you as many calories. But later it would take a little less time to dry. And you know, I would propose that it would at least take a few days. You know, sort of like curing birch and maple. You know, it would take like 4 or 5 days to cure it, but once you cured it, it would have no smell, and you could carry it around with you with very little consequence, which would be kind of cool. Maybe it would have a little bit of a smell or something, like a very minor smell, but yeah. The lighting in the game randomly changed. Yeah, the lighting in the game kind of changed a little bit there. I think it's because the sun is now coming in through the windows. It's into the window. Sometimes there'll be combat pants in here, but not today. Not today, my friends. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to eat some of our cattails, which we got a lot of. We'll drop this food downstairs because I'm not going to eat that yet. We'll be surviving on cattails for the next couple 6-7 days. I know there's drying racks in the forest. There's also drying racks in Escape the Pacific, which I love. The drying racks in Escape the Pacific are amazing. If a bunch of soccer kids figure out how to air dry meat in the Andes Mountains, I'm sure Will could manage something. Exactly. I'm not gonna try human meat though. That would be gross. That would be no bueno. All right, so let's see if we can repair some stuff up before it gets dark. Get our clothing in as good a shape as we possibly can. Got that up. All right, beautiful. Let's do the hat next. What's the go-to flavor? Sobe Citrus Energy. The Citrus Energy is my go-to flavor. That's the one I survive off of. We even have an emote for it. we even got a Sobe emote. That's my only pair of undies, so I better repair them up. Of course, that emote says "Soath" on it. It says "Soath." I've been drinking Sobe for probably... So, hey Siri. When was the show Heroes released?
Which one?
2006. Okay, so I've been drinking Sobe since 2006. So, 2006, 16, 15 years I've been drinking Sobe. 15 years. My earliest memory of Sobe was they had them in glass bottles. They had metal caps, and inside of each metal cap there would be a little like saying. And the one I remember the most was "Save the lizard, save the world," and that came out right when Heroes was like a big, like it was like blowing up. It was like blowing up. Oh, Sobe Citrus Energy. It's what powers my stream. Let it power your life. That's my little catchphrase. And Sobe, if you ever want to sponsor anybody, and I know you're not actively looking for sponsors, but if you ever want to sponsor somebody, I'm right there for you. I will shill for you all day long because I breathe, eat, and drink Sobe. Well, I don't really eat it, but I breathe and drink Sobe. So yeah, all you have to do is give me free Sobe for life. Free Sobe Citrus Energy for life. Send me a case a week. And everything else is negotiable. Everything else is negotiable. Just a case a week, and I'll be. That's all I require. That's a small price to pay. I will plug you 5 times a stream if you just send me a free case a week. Probably shouldn't be breathing either. I'm not a doctor. Yeah, we are not doctors here. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be breathing it. Those I can tear apart. Those I don't think I can repair because I don't have leather. That I can repair. I will repair the Mackinac jacket. We got a oh, dang it. I'll try to do it. We shall bombard Sobe with emails. RE and S sponsorship. Well, I'd love a sponsorship from them, but they aren't looking for sponsors. So Sobe is actually winding down. It's getting kind of hard to find Sobe. I actually had to buy Sobe off of Amazon for a while because everybody locally was not selling it. Because nobody was getting it. The distributor was not distributing any out in the area. And it's now been a month since they last delivered any Sobe to any store in the area again. And so I'm down to my final like case and a half before I have to go and do that again. So yeah. It's getting to dire straits now. Why buy the cow when you're already getting the milk for free? Exactly. That's all male Sobe Citrus Energy to have. You don't have to do that, but I would not say no. I would not say no to free Sobe. Alright, so we got a bunch of cloth from here. We got cloth from there. We got cloth. We got stuff. We got things. There's some cloth in there. I guess I should at least just take the cloth. Good old Sobe. It'll hopefully be around for a while longer, so. I tried. We don't have his flavor here. Oh, yeah. It's kind of hard to find. It's a hard flavor to find, I guess. I don't know. It's my favorite. I go through cases of stuff in a year. Cases of stuff in a year. But whatever. I'm not going to worry about water because the houses that we're going to explore will have lots of water in them. Most of them have toilets. Most of those toilets will have water inside of them. So I'm just basically harvesting the cloth so I have lots of cloth with me, which is always a good thing. There's no magnifying lens in Grandmother's house. Don't forget to check out the church for possible spawn there. Yeah, and there's also possible spawn in the post office that's right by us as well. Both of those have a good possibility of having it. I'm gonna leave these here. And I'm gonna leave that here and that here. Leave the heavy hammer. I'm just gonna leave the heavy hammer out because we might want that while we're exploring. I'm gonna leave my little cans here. We're just gonna lower our weight a little bit. Boop boop. Leave that there too. Leave a couple of the whetstones here. Actually, just leave all the whetstones because we don't need them. I'll never read the fire making book. We got 5 other books on us. We'll leave all but 1 here. Oh, do I have no? I have no fuel on me at all. Okay, I'll grab some fuel before we go. I'm gonna leave these. Put that up here. Boop. Can't forget this though. We cannot forget that. We'll leave these cans of food out here because I'm not gonna eat those right now because I have nothing to break them open with. Sometimes the post office will have a mag lens in it. Sometimes it will have a. Sometimes it will have a mag lens. Sometimes it will have a hacksaw. Whatchamacallit. I can't remember what the name of it is. The gas station. That was her. What the heck are you whining about now, lady? Oh, I've never seen a piece of firewood in a car. That's weird. She's hungry as a horse. She's hungry like the wolf. I just wanted to lower my weight because we're going to pick up a ton of water in town. And we're also going to find a lot of other gear, supplies, and stuff to help us along our way. I could right now make a forge run if I wanted to. Oh, this house is open today. These houses change which ones are open or not open. I think it was a cedar, actually. Is that a cedar? Oh, it was a cedar. It was a cedar. That was a cedar. Cedar every time. I've never found a cedar in there before. Maybe I just have never. Maybe in all the times I've gone in there, I've never looked down between the seats. Nope, that's just a thing. Maybe in all the time, I've never found it. I go with cedar. See, oh, you're talking about your cedar is the most efficient weight versus weight and time fuel that's out there. Cedar, for the same weight as 6 sticks, so 6 sticks and 1 piece of cedar have the exact same warmth that they give a fire. Because sticks give 1 degree, cedar gives 6 degrees. And so the best, but sticks weigh way more than the cedar. So if you have sticks and you pick up cedar, you want to get rid of the sticks or drop them in a good spot where you can just stockpile them, because the cedar lights the same as a stick. It burns longer than 6 sticks, or about the same time, and it also weighs less. It's a ½ kilo. I actually try to carry a book with me wherever I go. Early game. Books give you a 20% bonus on starting a fire. So your average when you are at fire making 1, you have a base 60% chance of making a fire. Ooh, that was a good find. No, not that. That. You have a base 60% chance. With a book, you have an 80% chance of starting a fire. So I usually carry 1 book with me wherever I go, just to start a fire with if I need to, especially early game. Later in the game, it's not as important, but early game, it's kind of nice. Turn that radio on. Turn the radio on. I don't see much here, but there's a tote we can find empty. Yep, that's pretty much Interloper for you. Everything has a use except flashlights and spray paint. Even spray paint. Yeah, even flashlights have a use better than spray paint. It's called metal. Oh, I love my sticks. I love me some sticks, baby. Not only do I love sticks, but I love STYX, the great rock band from the 80s. Well, you can make friends with spray paint, but I'm just talking about regular Interloper. Hopefully there's a cup of coffee in there. One cool thing, if there's a cup of coffee in there, that's a free skill up. Free cooking skill up for us. Yes, it is. So if I heat that cup of coffee back up, I'll get a skill up point for it. It only works on coffees and teas that you find in the world. If you make a coffee or tea, you get your skill up upon completing its creation. But if you find a coffee or tea, you can heat it up again, and you get a skill up for it. So about 9. Wow, that was fast. Oh, it was actually 7. I don't know why I was thinking 20s. It's going to be one of those combinations where we have to go all the way back around. 7 and then 10. And then 13. Wow. They totally got me with that one. Totally got me with that one. What do we get?
I'll take it.
Ooh, a soda. Ooh, some gunpowder. Some gunpowder. I can make boom cans when they get updated into the live survival mode. I can make boom cans now. They can go boom. I don't even have to travel down to Bleak Inlet to make them. I can make them right where I am. That's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool find. We'll put that away for a rainy day. Well, you know, boom cans are there's controversy around it. There's one viewer I have who absolutely hates that it takes, you know, so much gunpowder to make, but you got to figure you're putting gunpowder in a freaking can. Putting gunpowder in, yeah, and it gives use to gunpowder in Interloper. This way I could actually travel to Bleak Inlet and have things that would scare the wolves away, which is great. Victim! Hey, how's it going, my friend? How is it going today? It's your first time? Okay, hold on a second. I found the heavy hammer at Trapper's Homestead on my very first Interloper. On your very first Interloper. Which loot table am I on? You are on... Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's cross-reference. So you found the heavy hammer in the Trapper's Homestead. In Mystery Lake, I take it. So you are on loot table... like loot table 1. You're in loot table 1, my friend. You're going to find a bedroll either in... Your bedroll is going to be in one of 2 places. It's going to be in the camp office. So go to the camp office. If you're Trapper's cabin right now, go to the camp office, you'll have a bedroll. Boom. There you go. Mystery Lake, yeah, Mystery Lake. Oh, camp office got Maglins. What? What? Okay, maybe I'm looking at the wrong table then. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Do. No, that's loot table 1. Okay, hold on a second. Mystery Lake, Trapper's Cabin, Heavy Hammer, right? Oh, I was looking at the hacksaw. I'm sorry. I was looking at the hacksaw. Trapper's. So the bedroll will be in the Winding River Cave. I'm so sorry. The Winding River Cave. You're on loot table 3. You're on loot table 3. Yeah, the Heavy Hammer will be there, and then you'll have the hacksaw under the stairs in the dam. Your camp office will have the Maglins downstairs behind the shelf. The unnamed hunting pond will actually have a fire striker for you. So if you're at Trappers, you're good there. But the bedroll will be in the Winding River Cave. So that's the only loot table that does not have the bedroll. That does not have the bedroll for you. Hey, look, there's the Maglins. We got the Maglins. Woo! There's the post office Maglins, my friends. There are specific loot tables. There's Smelly Fries. There's 4 loot tables for Interloper for your bedroll, for your hacksaw, heavy hammer, Maglins, fire striker, bedroll, and storm lantern. For those 6 items, there are specific spots that they will spawn, and it's random based on, you know, which loot table you roll into. But sometimes it can be good for you. Other times, not so good. because if you get if you get a bedroll spawn, that's not close to you, then you got a lot of traveling to do. But if you're trying to yeah, that's totally fine, Smelly Fries. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, you'll always find a bedroll in or around Mystery Lake. That just goes without saying. So maybe they won't allow noisemakers in Interloper. Possibly, I don't know. First time ever caught stream so far. Having a lot of fun. Interloper survived a wolf attack, half fatigue with crowbar. Oh yeah, the crowbar is great for getting rid of the wolf early game. Oh my goodness. Little Blind Mouse, what? Little Blind Mouse with 5 gifted subs going to DYM Mongoose. DYM Mongoose, a lemon encrypted mayo
Little Blind Mouse just gifted 5 subs.
Carlin Darlin and Valor, welcome into the Ath Pack, my friends. Welcome in, and thank you so much, Little Blind Mouse. Your 186th gift sub. Thank you so much for all the support, Little Blind Mouse. I really, truly do appreciate it very much. Very, very much. Thank you so very much. You're trying to say I like your username because someone with a common name like Cassandra making usernames is so hard. And yours is clever. I love it. Oh, yes. It's another gen. It's just another gen. It's just another gen. That's all. That's all she is. She's another gen. A part of me misses being short in this game. Oh, yeah. When we used to be really short, Smelly Fries, like we were like down, not that level, but we were down sort of halfway between crouching and standing in the game. Best place to forge Forlorn Muskeg. That's my forge of choice. That's my first. I should say that's my first forge of choice. If I have to choose some place in the game to forge early in the game, that's where I tend to head to. Oh wow, there's a cooking pot under there. I didn't even see that. Like, oh, second thin wool sweater, baby. The problem I have with the forge in the Riken is not so much that it's a bad forge, it's just that it's indoors, and you risk getting cabin fever staying in there too long if you are using it for making knives, hatchets, and then all your arrowheads, and then sleeping in there. You run the risk of cabin fever. Now, that being said, there is a nice little spot up top in that little wheelhouse that you can make a fire and sleep while you're, if you're trying to get over cabin fever. But overall, I just don't prefer that as my first forge because it has some downsides to it. It has some definite downsides to it. So I generally aim towards Forlorn Muskeg, and also going to Mystery Lake early game is good because Mystery Lake has more of your basic loot is in and around Mystery Lake, which don't worry, Smelly Fries, I'm not going to give anything away, but more of your basic loot is in and around Mystery Lake than any other zone in the game. So you have a greater chance of getting all of your necessary items in and around Mystery Lake, and then you're right there by Forlorn Muskeg and Cattails. And you have Cattails. So those things combined make Forlorn sort of my go-to spot. Yeah, and it also transitions to many zones. You have the Mystery Lake, the Carter Hydro Dam right there that you can hole up in as well, and you can have hides and guts and stuff curing in the Carter Hydro Dam, that sort of stuff. But is BK still around? He has been around. He's not right now, K-Baro, but BK does come and hang out with us every once in a while. I know he's very busy in life right now, so hey, life happens. People, I mean, he's been a staple person in the community for a long time though, and that's I don't think ever going to change. But yeah, Cattails, hoo-ha! Only downside to Mystery Lake, walking across down the rails can feel like an eternity. Yes, it can. Taking that long, slow walk. Just gonna go down Main Street here. We'll loot up Main Street. We'll hit the back streets later. We'll go tonight and sleep in the gas station. We already have 2 pry bars on us, so you can still smell BK. What? You still smell the troll? What's up with that? Ooh, there's a little candy bar right there. Boop. I used to crouch when I get into cars, but it's not really worth it anymore. There's no you are automatically standing up when you get out of cars now, so crouching in cars is a thing of the past, unfortunately. Those 2 houses are still standing. This house is still standing. Actually, I think I will. Yeah, I'll do this house here. Started playing stalker game and left idle for 2 years. Just got 99 carry weight, only to become overburdened immediately. Yes, that happens a lot. Stalker is very easy to get over encumbered in. Stalker is very easy to get over encumbered in. There's just so much in Stalker that you can pick up. And if you're on Stalker, by the way, if you're on Stalker, loot tables don't apply. So the loot tables only apply to Interloper. Stalker has no loot tables at all. Stalker has no loot tables at all. So if you're worried about loot tables or anything like that, and you're playing on Stalker, you can relax. There's no loot tables on it. Now it's getting dark. Pop a light. Pop a light. Well, that's the thing, is that Loper sort of needs those baked into it, just so that... I mean, personally, Smelly Fries, I would have no problem with the game at all if they randomized the loot tables and said, okay, at every Interloper run you're ever going to do, you're going to get 4 bedrolls, you're going to get 3 heavy hammers, you're going to get 3 hacksaws, go find them. I wouldn't mind that if they could manipulate the loot to a way where there was like guaranteed a certain number of items in the Interloper world, but they could randomly spawn anywhere in the game. I mean, they sort of do that with pry bars. Pry bars have there's places that are probable for pry bars, but not always, they don't always have them. Like up at the radio control hut there in Pleasant Valley, that by the actual tower, underneath that tower is a high probability chance of getting a pry bar, but it's not always necessarily there. So, you remember first try at Long Dark and what you thought about it at the time? I thought it was amazing. I started watching Long Dark back in early 2017. Before I started playing it, I was watching Kimiota and Lexi W play Long Dark, and I was having a lot of fun watching it, and I was learning a lot. And then I started playing it a little bit on my own. I just played on Voyager difficulty level, and I was like, okay, I want to get to at least 100 days in Voyager, see if I can do it. And I died a lot. And then I started streaming it when I moved over to Stalker. We did 100 days on Stalker, and then I moved into Interloper and never looked back. So, but yeah, I mean, speaking of first, I would love to be able to go back and forget everything I know about Long Dark. The early days, I am extremely jealous of people who get to experience the Long Dark with virgin eyes, that have never, you know, that are just stepping into the world and not quite knowing what's going on. I envy those of you that can do that these days, because that's how I feel whenever I enter a new zone, a zone that I've never played in before. It's like, oh boy, I get to explore a whole new place, a whole new world that I've never been in. I mean, and the game was much different back then too. I mean, but yeah, I would love to be able to go back in time, or just forget the stuff I know about the game. Maybe not some of the main game mechanics, but forget the maps. Forget some of the tips, the tricks and stuff that I used in the game, and have that struggle, have that early game struggle that I know everybody goes through. That's like an unrecapturable feeling. It really is. Even with new zones, it's like it's not like the new zones are hard as far as like I know the game mechanics, I know how to use them. More the new zones is just like I get to explore a whole new area, and I get to see stuff I've never seen before and discover things I've never discovered before. That's what's exciting with new zones for me. And even after they finish chapter 5 with this game, I hope that they take the recommendations of what we were saying, and I hope they put out DLCs for the game and let us have new zones and stuff. Blackman PL with the host in the raid. What?
I wonder if I can drop it.
Oh, man. Blackman PL, thank you so much for that host and raid right there. I appreciate that very much, my friend. Go over and give Blackman PL a follow. I should have just shouted him out. Real Resident, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I can't even see how much time is on it. For 13 months. Zika, welcome. Why did that shout out not work?
Subscribed for 13 months.
No power in the verse
Why did
can
that
stop
not work?
me.
There we go. Go give Blackman PL a follow, boys and girls. Give him some love. Thank you, Real Resident, for that 13-month resub right there. Appreciate that very, very much. Let's give out some sub hype and some points there to everybody in chat. All right, we passed time for a little bit. Now we'll drink and we'll sleep for as long as we can. It'll probably only be about 8 hours, maybe 9 hours at most, but we'll set it for 10, and we'll just get all of our rest back. And then we'll see what time of day it is when we get up. Wild horse meat. Oh, really? Really? You are wild horse meat, huh? That is a very interesting, unique name. My second Voyager game where I lived to 180 taught me everything I need for Stalker. Yeah, that's the thing, is like Pilgrim is sort of like exploration mode. I don't call it easy mode. I call Pilgrim exploration mode. When you don't know the maps in the game very much, you definitely want to play on either Pilgrim or Voyager. Because honestly, Stalker and Interloper, your survival rate will increase many-fold if you know the maps that you're dealing with. If you know how to get from place to place, if you know where caves are, if you know where stuff and things are in the game, you will have a lot easier time surviving. But yeah, Pilgrim and Voyager are definitely good exploration modes for that fact. Let's try this again. Okay, what were you trying, Python Papa? I probably missed it. I probably missed it in all the chaos. In all the chaos, I missed it. Yeah, and you can get feats in Voyager as well, which does help. You can get those feats going on. You can get all your feats happening. So, no pry bar there. Hey, we finally got gloves. Oh, they're frozen. Never mind. Never mind. You know where wolves are now? Yeah, wolves is fine. Finding out where the wolves are is very good. Is Hush River Valley worth looting? Well, in Hush River, victim, we picked up combat pants, head wrap, Mackinac jacket, 2 ski jackets, a thin wool sweater. We also got our hacksaw bedroll, pry bar, and our heavy hammer, which we left back at the Grey Mother's house. We got those there as well. Yes, I tried time capsule a long time ago, and it erased all my feats, and I've never been back since. So yes, Hush River Valley is very worth looting. The Smoke Signal has really amazing loot. The Hush River Valley is personally my preferred start in Interloper. I think you have you come out, if you can navigate Hush River Valley successfully, you come out of Hush River Valley with an amazing amount of loot for early game Interloper.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
So yeah. The hidden cache with the hate combat pants, yeah. And then at the smoke signal, you get the hammer, and you get the Mackinac jacket. We actually got out of that hidden cache. We got that. We got the thin wool sweater out of that as well. It had a bonus sweater for us today. Guided Lotus, how you doing, my friend? But you know, and then in the cave with the wolf, you get the bedroll, and you get the bedroll as well as the hacksaw in there. Moose Satchel is only on lower difficulty levels. The Moose Satchel does not spawn on Interloper for you, but you can get that on Stalker, Pilgrim, and Voyager. Yes, it's from the Mackinac jacket is up there at the signal fire. Hey, look!
I'll take it.
A second bedroll. We got a second bedroll! Yay! We like second bedrolls. That's one that we leave behind in case a wolf rips my bedroll apart like he did last game. So, yeah, that's the thing is like that's the nice thing is if you do get bored with Stalker, move up to Interloper. It is a world of difference from Stalker, though. I mean, I've always said that like Pilgrim is like if you put it down that Pilgrim is playing on like level 1, and you go into Voyager, that's like playing on level 3 or 4. You go into Stalker, you're playing on level 7, maybe 8. You go into Interloper and you're stepping it up to like level 15, because in Interloper you start with so much less gear. And there's so much less gear for you to loot and to find. You cannot find any tools whatsoever, like the hammer or the hacksaw. The knife or hatchet don't exist. You have no guns. You have no revolver. You have to make a bow and arrow. You will not find already made bows and arrows for you. So it's definitely a culture shock to go from Stalker into Interloper. But once you kind of get the rhythm of the game down, it's not that bad. There's less wolves, but they hit like freight trains. The wolves are a lot less, but they hit hard. They hit hard. That's the thing I like. Yeah, like you said, Victim, that's the thing I find so enjoyable about Interloper is that you have so much more limited access to things in the world. Limited food, limited clothing, limited... tool options. I just find that to be it's very exciting. It's fun to have those limited options and have to make the best of what you can with it. So, yeah, you feel excited every time you find matches. You're like, oh god, it's another box of matches. Well, and that's the thing too is there are no books of matches in Interloper. There's only boxes of matches. And the Fire Striker and the Maglans, of course, is your ultimate go-to once you run out of once you run out of matches or anything. But you shouldn't unless you're really abusing the matches. You probably shouldn't run out. Now, see, like right now, it's a perfect time for us to start a fire. To start a fire and get ourselves a torch lit. Because we have a free fire in a mag lens. So whenever you... Like, I want a torch walk if I can. But I don't want to waste a match. So I'll make a little fire with one stick. And get out a... Maybe... I may throw a piece of cedar in it. That did not work, but that's okay. Let's see. How many... I only have one stick. Let's do it with a cedar. But this way we get a free fire, and we get torches. And we get, a torch that's lit that we can walk with. And the weather's nice, so why not? Yeah, I think Stalker, if you're going from Voyager to Stalker, you will see a decrease in the amount of items you have available to you. But if you've played Interloper for any amount of time... Going back to Stalker, it just feels like there's loot everywhere. Loot everywhere.
Come on, little fire.
I came to camp office. I didn't see a bedroll, and I've learned from your videos that either maglens or bedroll is there. Haven't found the maglens. I had to look under every crevice, and it was behind a shelf on the first floor. Yeah, that bookcase down there by the entrance. That's where it'll hide. So yes, that will hide. It either hides there or up by those crates upstairs. Those are the two places. Yeah, and the one by the shelf downstairs is very easy to overlook. It's a super easy one to overlook. I believe me, victim. I overlooked that mag lens many times myself, but now I just know if I don't get a bedroll, I have to check down there for it. Oh, I can only pick that up. I don't want to pick it up. Look, it's spray paint. Nope, nobody needs that anymore, including me. Including me. Yeah, Mystery Lake is great. It has pretty much everything you need. And if it's not there, you got that shot in the Winding River. So. Early Interloper, you're not constantly freezing yet. Right now it's pretty good weather out. We're at +4. It's also like midday, and we have decent weather out. You should have seen me earlier, Smelly Fries. I had that blizzard in Forlorn Muskeg. I got frostbite from it almost like 3 times. I had to stop. I think I had to stop and make 3 fires on my way out just to not get frostbite. And this is Milton. Yes, this is Milton. We started in Hush River Valley. We came to Milton. We're looting up Milton, and then we're gonna head. Basically, I'm looting up Milton to give my birch and maple time to dry. That way, when we come back from the forge run, we'll have birch, maple, and guts all ready to go. We'll be able to make a bow. We'll be able to make arrows. We'll be able to make everything we need to keep going from that point on. So, I picked up a box of Titan Stormproof matches and thought, Interloper match. Interloper match. Now, sometimes there's food up here, but not very often. We're kind of heavy right now. I can't climb down. The summit is mainly the summit on Interloper. I never rush the summit much anymore. I used to rush it all the time because it had the best loot. The summit anymore is basically to get a head wrap. You go there to get the head wrap. You go there to get the fire striker. And you go there to get the flare gun and the 8 shells. Because there's only 2 places on Interloper to get flare shells, and that's at the summit and in the ravine. You get 4. You get 4 in the. You get 4 shells in the ravine, and you get 8 shells at the summit. So you have a total of 12 shells available to you. Yeah, it's really bright out right now. You got a total of 12 shells, and and 2/3 of them are up at the summit. So that's the main reason to go to the summit. So. The flare gun, Bleak Inlet. You'll find one in Bleak Inlet. In Bleak Inlet, in Stalker, you can find flare shells and flare guns everywhere. There's no real set spots for them. But in Interloper, there's 2 spots, and that's it. I like how the devs still throw you a bone for doing difficult climbs. Yes. We'll head up to the house on the hill here. They don't want to hit it again. You got outhouses here, but there's never anything around them. I thought it'd be cool if there'd be like a little piece of loot. Dead dude inside the outhouse. Died while on the can. Froze to death while on the can. Grab a few mushrooms here real quick. What do you think about maxing cooking by cutting? Oh, I do that all the time. I do that all the time. I say if you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. It's in the game, so guess what? They have had years of updates and possibilities to change that victim to something where maybe it'd be based on weight or something else. And they've never done anything about it. So if you want to use micro-harvesting to get to cooking 5, go for it. I do it myself, and I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, honestly, I'll have cooking 3 before I even probably harvest before I even harvest the big animal. I'll have cooking 3. just because I cook all my teas, I cook coffees, I cook, you know, the rose hip, the birch bark, all the teas. I cook all the teas up in the game. I heat up all my cans of food, even if I'm not going to eat them right away. I heat up all my cans of food. I basically do everything I can to push my cooking up as high as I can, as fast as I can. But, you know, making bear sliders is a great way to get... usually I'll have cooking 3 or cooking 4 before I even start micro-harvesting. And I will micro-harvest just to boost it that last little percentage to get it up there where I can get cooking 5. It's sort of like the final push, you know. I'll use it for the final push. I'll be like, you know what? We got cooking 4. We're like 10% into it. Let's push it and kill 1 bear, and we can micro-harvest them and have cooking 5. And one bear moose will do it at that point. I prefer bear myself, but some people like to micro-harvest moose. I like to keep my moose in large pieces so I can carry him. So I can carry his food around. But you can micro-harvest the moose as well. No shame in the game. I've never been one to shame anybody for using anything in the game. So, I mean, there's some people who would say that mountain goating down the side of a cliff is cheating in the game too. Did I really forget that birch? I picked up all the birch, except for this one. Except for that guy. We didn't get that guy. But I am anti-flashlight. I am anti-flashlight. That I am against, Nice Skunk. I do not like flashlights. Flashlights are absolutely worthless except for a piece of metal. But luckily in Interloper, you don't have to worry about it. In Interloper, you don't get flashlights, so who cares? Mountain goating is just high-stakes rock climbing. Yeah, it pretty much is. Bear equals Terminator, moose death personified. You know, you can manage them if you really want to. Now, the one thing I usually do not do is I usually do not cheese the bear. Right now, for some reason, and this could change with a new update, right now, for some reason, the bear is afraid of fires. And you can actually, like, build a fire, lure the bear in, and then stop the bear from attacking you, which I personally think is it's a little on the cheesy side. I understand why people do it, but I usually choose not to do it. My torch just went out, gosh dang it. Dag nabbit. Dag nabbit torch. I probably can't. I wanted to get a fire by this deer, but I probably can't do it. I'll pick up some feathers, though. Or a feather. 2 feathers. Probably will say, cannot build a fire here. It's too windy. Oh, I can build a fire there. Well, look at us. We'll use that book. Critical question for Atheen chat. Should chili and beans, or should chili have beans, or should it have no beans? I always have beans in my chili. I don't know. For me, it always has beans. I understand if the bear walked on the fire and burned itself, but bears should be just about fearless. It's what makes them such a great animal. Yep. Are there death walls in the ravine? None that I know of. I don't know of any death walls in the death walls. I don't know of any death walls in the ravine, but there could be. Some people out there say it shouldn't have beans in it. Well, they have the right to their opinion. I don't see why I wouldn't have beans. I like beans in my chili. I like those big old, whatever they are, lima beans or whatever they are. I like those in my chili. Some good stuff. Always, always, always harvest with your hands if you can, boys and girls. Have it, do it with your hands. Like, you can climb down Timberwolf by pixels, and apparently I've heard that if you try to do that in the ravine, you die instantly as soon as you step off the edge. Oh, there's some... I don't know about that. I've never tried to mountain goat down in the ravine myself, so I don't know exactly if there's a danger there or not. I know here in Mountain Town there are several places that have death walls where you'll fall like an inch and you'll immediately die. Like you'll be mountain goating down and you'll take a little tiny fall and boom, you're dead. So I do know that does exist here in Mountain Town, but I don't know about the ravine. I've never really tried to do that. Of course, the house by the wolf over here is totally open. But he's ignoring me, so... He's ignoring me, so we'll go in here. We'll just see what... We'll see what's what. I'll grab another book, because we burned our book to start that fire. Oh, we got heavy breathing Astrid. Oh, Astrid, you'll be okay. You'll be okay, darling. Don't worry about it. Gonna be fine. I'm gonna take this metal pail. I'm just trying to collect some metal as we go, too. I don't think I can take that. No, I can't take that lantern. Oh, now this lamp you can actually break down for 2 pieces of metal. That's always nice. Alright. Also break the toaster down. How much metal do I have on me now? I got 8 pieces. I'm going to drop these and that and those here. Pleasant Valley has awful weather. Pleasant Valley has... The weather is doable. The weather is doable, but you have to know where you're, like, gonna hole up if the weather turns bad on you. Because it does have really bad weather. That is a last resort tuna. That is last resort tuna right there, boys and girls. We don't eat that unless we have full health and we're ready to sleep, which we are actually. So we could probably play food roulette. Dun 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 dun. Tonight on Food Roulette, Atheenon eats low conditions sardines and hopes not to get food poisoning. Yay! All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. See what we got. Oh yeah, look at that stuff. We got some good stuff here, boys and girls. We got 60% meat, which could give us food poisoning. We've got 31% sardines, which will probably give us food poisoning. Oh, it didn't. Ho ho! We escaped the food poisoning. What the heck? What the heck? Bum 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 bum. Tell him what he won. And the moose that spawns kind of close is not bad either. Yeah, well, Pleasant Valley has the 2 moose spawns. You got the one there right by the birch, by the barn in the birch forest, and then you have the moose over by the Pensive Pond area as well. Pensive Pond is not bad. Pensive Pond isn't bad. It's just not real close to anything. That's the biggest problem with the Pensive Pond. Okay, they're just a little bit wet. Let's see if we need to repair anything. I hate wasting a piece of cloth. I hate wasting a piece of cloth.
Just need to close my...
Yeah, there's a cave. There's a cave right there too. The forest cave. Yep. That's a good little cave. That's a good little cave. It's like right between the road and Pensive Pond, so you can sort of go down there and chill out. The only problem with that cave is that there's a lot of wolves that hang out in that area. A lot of wolves. I mean, we're talking like there's like 4 or 5 wolves that hang out there, which can be a little disconcerting. But if you got a bow and you can clear them out, who cares? And if you want to, you can head back towards Winding River and take the hide and stuff back that direction, because you're pretty close to the winding river as well, which is really nice. All right, 7 days, boys and girls, 7 days. I return. Cake has been consumed, family been interacted with, and now I'm just waiting to go home. Well, welcome back, King. Welcome back, my friend. We played some low-condition food roulette just a couple minutes ago. I'm gonna tempt fate and eat this. Okay, we're okay. Those can give you food poisoning. It's pretty rare, but they can, so just be careful. I didn't really want to sleep for another 10 hours, but we have to, we have to. The one thing about food poisoning is if you get it, it doesn't matter how full your rested bar is, you can sleep for 10 hours no matter what, so. This Interloper I have going spawned at Timberwolf Mountain, went straight for the plane crash. Oh, yeah. Oh, and your strategy, I hope my strategy wasn't completely bad. No, that's a great strategy. That's a great strat. Going directly to Pleasant Valley, basically scooping up the stuff you get at the Mountaineer's hut, and going right over to Pleasant Valley is exactly my move too. Going to that plane crash, hitting all the stuff in between there and the plane and yeah, that's a great move. Yipes! Where is he? I'm scared now. Where'd he go? Let's just pass some time. Am I just gonna get out of this car and he's gonna just instantly attack me? You little bugger. Little bug. Oh, jeez. Why not carry a torch? I just haven't lit one. I want to sneak over. I want to sneak over. I want to sneak over to grandmother's house if I can, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get by him. Yeah, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Yeah, you don't got nothing on me. You got nothing on me, buddy. Oh, we gotta check the mail. Hold on. Checking the mail. Okay, we checked the mail. No, on Pleasant Valley, on Interloper, the plane crash does not have food. Not the packaged food anyway. It does. I mean, there is food there. It's just not like. It's not like Stalker where you find all the frozen TV dinners. There's no frozen TV dinners in Pleasant Valley, on Interloper. That does not exist. It does not exist, my friends. A can of dog food here. Put a little water down. Move Mr. Maples down. Boop. Watching Ath eat 60% sardines while eating venison burgers. Nice. And we got a deer hide here. We got a second deer hide. That's some deer skin boots for us, baby. That's deer skin boots right there. We got rabbit skin gloves, deer skin boots. We got birch and maple curing. We are like set. We are like set when we come back from the forge. When we come back from the forge, we're gonna have so much good stuff already cured, already ready to go. Troll alert! Oh, what's this about troll? A troll? Where's the troll? Can't put that down. Oh, it's just BK. It's just BK. It's just BK. They were talking about you earlier, BK. Somebody was asking about you, saying, where's BK? Does BK come hang out and chat anymore? They were missing you. They were missing you. You are not a bot. You are not a bot, my friend. Nothing body about you. Unless you're like Jesse the Body Ventura. Heyo. Okay, let's throw this metal in the drawer. Or in the cabinet. We aren't quite done. We aren't quite done yet, boys and girls. We aren't quite done. We'll throw that in there too. Put out another pot on the stove. Throw down that torch. K-Barrow's a big fan. There we go. It was K-Barrow, yes. I remember my first Long Stalker I played before I fully understood how bleed out worked. I fought the bear at the garage by popping in and out of the tractor, not proud of all the wasted bullets. Hey, you know what? That's a totally viable strategy. Is shooting him and popping into a car, jumping out, shooting him, popping into a car. I've done that with Moose many, many times. That strategy actually is very, very workable, and it'll save you a lot of pain, suffering, and torn clothing. And stomped ribs, too. Do you think they'll add mod support to the game? When the game is fully released, they've said they'll add mod support to it. But until it's fully released, no. We're gonna truck. Oops. Of course I can't do that. I think you can get on top of this car here if you work your way. Yeah, look at that. You get on top of the car. Be like, go away, Mr. One-Face! Go away! But, yeah, they will be adding... I don't know if they'll be adding mod support, but the mods will be more feasible once the game is fully released, due to the fact that right now, every time they come up with a new update, it so dramatically changes the game in a lot of fundamental ways that most of the mods break. So unless the people making the mods are constantly updating the mod may or may not work with the current format of the game, if that makes sense. So I don't know if it's them actually saying yes, we will support mods, or if they've just said once the game has all 5 chapters out, modding will probably work better because we won't be really updating the game a whole lot beyond that, or the updates we do will be limited enough that they're mainly just like bug fixes and stuff like that. Instead of being, you know, dramatically changing mechanics, dramatically changing how the game runs, and that sort of stuff. So, because right now, every update they put out, I mean, even the small stuff that they just did with this update, before it's even released live to survival mode, they've already made some minor changes in survival mode where you can climb with a lit torch, and the torch goes into a torch slot or something, and when you get done with the climb, the torch is back in your hand. So even a small change like that, I could imagine, would break some mod type stuff that's out there. So I'll be sad but happy when Long Dark's done being developed. Well, I don't think they'll ever stop. I have a feeling what we're gonna see is just a change when the Long Dark is done. When they have all 5 chapters out, they'll change their focus to whatever their new game is, and they will still probably put out some updates for the game, but they will probably make them very limited, or they'll just make them like DLCs. I think the other thing that brought me into a proper Long Dark survivalist was giving sticks the respect they deserve. Exactly. Sticks are very respected in the game. You do not discount the power of the sticks, boys and girls. Sticks are definitely important in the Long Dark. That's why, you know, any game, any survival game I'm looking at playing, it has to... I'm like, you know, what kind of stick support do you have? Do you support sticks or not? I mean, that's why I like, that's one of the reasons I like Escape the Pacific so much. Is not only does it have large sticks or long sticks, it has small sticks, it has fire sticks, it has like logs, and you can break down the sticks into smaller sticks if you want to. So you got sticks upon sticks upon sticks. And each one has different purposes and different uses. So, you know, any game that has multiple sticks, you know, definitely 2 thumbs up there. Wow, not one battery in town. They've sure made batteries like really annoying. You don't get the batteries. Like Red Dead 2 and Witcher 3 are kings of story-based games. Long Dark's king of survival game. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, I mean, personally, I think the survival aspect in Red Dead is actually pretty cool. If you want to play it survival-wise, just kind of ignore the story. You can spend, well, I've spent whole streams going up and hunting and fishing. New Thez name? Thank you for the follow. I enjoy going up and hunting and stuff in Red Dead, and I've done that for whole streams before, where we'll just go up and we'll just hunt for hides. We'll go around and hunt and look for different hides that we can use, get different hides that we want. Try to find 3-star cougars that we can take home to mama. You know, all that good stuff. What do you use batteries for? Oh, batteries are used for making bullets. They don't really have a use in Interloper, but it just makes me sad to not see them in the game anymore. It used to be that every car had a battery, and every battery we would put on top of the cars to keep away aliens, so we wouldn't get abducted by the aliens, and now they have no purpose any longer. Just makes me sad. Yeah, you scrap batteries to make lead. Lead then get... So basically, each battery scraps into 6 pieces of lead, and each piece of lead, I think, makes into... Doesn't each piece of lead make 6 bullets or something like that out of it? Yeah, exactly. Now we're open to alien attack, which I don't like. It makes me nervous. There's a wolf at my door, and he's very, very scary. Just drop them on wolves, yeah. But it used to be you could take the batteries out of the car, put it on top of the car. There was also another fun thing you could do with batteries. The other fun thing you could do with batteries is you could take a battery. If you carried a battery, see how like I picked up this hide? If you took a battery, put it on your cursor, and you carry it around with you like that, if you crossed a zone line, say you were in Coastal Highway, and you carried a battery all the way to Crumbling Highway, and you went through the zone line, it would automatically put the battery in your backpack. And the battery, I think at the time, the battery weighed 1/4 kilo, and you could actually take batteries from zone to zone that way. As long as you could cross a zone line that you didn't have to click to go into, it would auto put the batteries into your backpack. So that was kind of fun. But they don't have that anymore. You can't do that anymore. Maybe you know, is the barn at Trappers safe from the bear when you're trying to hunt him? The barn at Trappers? Oh, no. The barn at Trappers, he'll come right in there. He will come right in there and eat your face. He will come nibble on you. Now, you could build a fire in there, and he'll have a hard time seeing you. But yeah, initially the batteries didn't weigh a lot. Now they weigh 15 kilos, I think. Can a bear fit in a fishing hut? Don't ask me how I know that, K-Barrow, but yes, they can. They have to glitch to get into one. The problem is, if they glitch into the fishing hut, they can't glitch back out of the fishing hut. Yeah, if they glitch in, they can't glitch back out. So basically, you get injured, you stand up, and he insta-attacks you again because he's right next to you. That's why when you are hunting a bear from a fishing hut, your best course of action is to stay away from the walls. Like, go up to the wall and then just take a couple steps away from it. Make sure you aren't against any of the walls, because if you're against the wall, the game reads your body as actually being outside of the fishing hut, and so the bear will center on you and attack you. And then if you pull away from the wall after he attacks you, like if you see him coming and you're like, oh crap, and you pull back at the last second, it'll actually glitch the bear into the hut with you, which I have had happen to me before, and then he's stuck in the hut. He gets done attacking you and he starts to walk away, and he can't go anywhere. So he turns right back around and attacks you again. They can also get you in hunting blinds as well. If you're standing too close to the walls in hunting blinds, they can get you there too. So the best course of action is don't stand close to the walls in hunting blinds or in fishing huts. What you want to do if you're hunting from a hunting blind or a fishing hut, hunting blinds and fishing huts have what I call blind spots where the animal can't see you. And so if you shoot a bear from a hunting blind, what you want to do is slowly move your body around as he's charging, and you'll eventually hit that blind spot, and you'll know you've hit it when he turns and runs the other direction. Up until that point, he will have a chance of attacking you. So just be very, very careful. Be very, very careful with that. Okay, so we need to drop some weight. That means we need to tear some torches apart. Can a bear run through a fire? He can if he doesn't see the fire. If he doesn't see the fire, if he gets within what I call aggro radius, every animal has a radius that once they're inside that radius to you, they will automatically attack you anyway. Doesn't matter what you do, they will attack you no matter what. No matter if there's a fire, no matter if there's anything. One thing that can happen to you a lot of times is say you build a fire in a sheltered area and an animal approaches you from the wrong side and they can see you or smell you, but they can't see the fire. So they will attack kind of through the fire because they'll hit that aggro radius where they automatically attack you regardless of fires or anything else. Which you just got to be careful when you're dealing with animals like that. If they're within that aggro radius, they will just boop you, and there's not much you can do about it. So be careful of the booping of animals. I don't know why I like the Grey Mother's house so much more than the farmhouse. Probably it's because the cougar lives here. Probably because the cougar lives here. Can you get attacked in your sleep while sleeping? Yes. Oh, at the Stone Church and Desolation Point, if you don't have a fire going there, yes, you can. Don't put your bedroll too close to a wall. Again, don't put the bedroll too close to the wall, because yes, you can. Again, they can glitch through, they can see you, and they can attack you. All right, we're at 32 kilos now. We're good weight. We got our that there. With the bear bedroll, it can scare off predators. It doesn't always, but it can. McCrawley, thank you for the host of the raid, by the way. It's been a while since we had a good dance game. Good to have a good dance game every once in a while. Okay, so we got 11 pieces of metal. We got some mushrooms and rose hips to cook up. We got our clothing all settled. I pretty much want to take most of this with me. I'm actually going to leave some of the cattails here because we don't need them all with us. We're going to pick up a bunch more on the way out. So I'll leave like 25 of them here. That'll lower our weight a little bit. Got my hacksaw, my heavy hammer. But that stuff, I've not been able to repair the hacksaw yet, which kind of worries me a little bit, to be honest. I'm kind of worried about that. Let's make another, let's put some more cloth in here. And then let's make a bandage out of one of the cloths that we have. I like to carry 4 bandages and 2 Old Man Beard minimum. But yes, the bedroll can scare off predators. That mainly applies to wolves. It can. It does not always, though. That should be enough coal for us. We can't be too heavy because we gotta climb. We gotta climb, so we can't be too heavy going down. We'll get coal going through down there, so we should be good. Do you need that? Oh, I don't need the gunpowder. Don't need the gunpowder, and I don't need that many stones. Stones actually weigh quite a bit. I'll get rid of all but like 2. That way we can torch walk. Get rid of the gunpowder. Leave our feathers here. Yeah, I'm going to take the cloth with me. We're just skinnying down. Getting skinny. Have to drink some of those teas. Matches I'm gonna keep on me. Yeah, I think we're good now. I think we're good. There we go. Started falling asleep at the keyboard playing Dead by Daylight. Oh, that's not a good game to fall asleep to. Oh, cattails are the best food. The weight calorie ratio is good. You can carry a lot of them and have very little bad stuff happen from it. I'm gonna get a torch out just in case. That's a deer. There's always a couple pieces of cedar in that. That's why I came up here. Get that cedar. Get that hot cedar. Hello, Mr. Deer. I think the most irritating thing this run was when I was hunting down a heavy hammer saw and a saw for arrowhead. Searched the ammo from top to bottom. Found a pistol. I found nothing else. Spent 20 days looking for it. Finally said screw it and brought my coal to the forlorn muskeg. Oh, both tools at the forge. And both tools were at the forge. Oh, I see what you're saying. You were like, screw it, I'm just gonna take the coal there just to set it up, get it ready to go for when I wanna forge, and both the tools were there. Yeah, that's kind of frustrating. That is kind of frustrating when you're playing Stalker, because those tools don't really have spawn points. They don't really have some spawn points at all. So you're starting to get good at generators, rescue people. Yeah, Max, thank you so much for the follow there, my friend. Max Mosen, how you doing today, buddy? Hope you're having a good one, and hope life is treating you well. How much tinder do I have? Oh, I have one piece of tinder. Okay, we need to pick up some cattail heads then. I've not been picking up the cattail heads. That's kind of a... I didn't know I was that low on tinder. So we're going to pick up as many cattail heads here. We're going to pick up like 6 or 8. Cattail heads are the best tinder to use because it doesn't cost you a stick. And there's no other reason for them. There's no other purpose for a cattail head than as tinder. So you might as well pick them up. Because it's free. It doesn't cost you any time, doesn't cost you any energy. You're already picking the cattail, and early game, it saves you from having to use sticks up to. This place is just that's why I left cattails behind, because this place is littered with cattails. There's cattails all over Milton. One of the main reasons I like Milton and Hush River Valley starts is that you got cattails in Hush River, you got cattails in Milton, you got cattails in Forlorn Muskeg when you go to Forge. So you got cattails basically all the way through. You really honestly don't even need to eat man-made food for the first, 12 days or 15 days of the game. So I remember I got Fire Master feat by starting over 700 fires on Pilgrim. Wow. It took 5 hours, but it was worth it. Dang. That's grind that I would not do. I'd be like, no. I'm good. I'm good without grinding. Not me. Funny thing, in real life, cattail heads are flash tinder, but you still need shavings, etc. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not realism, but, it's like, yeah. That said, on this run, first house I searched had a mag glass in it. Nice. Nice. Mag lens is always a great one to find. Grinding for feats badges what turned me off from Long Dark for a while. See, and that's the thing, I have never really ground for the badges. It's like, if I get the badge, I get the badge, I never was really like, oh, I gotta do this specific thing to get badges. Now, I did grind for the achievements a little bit, but I just made a game out of it. I was like, okay, well, this run we're gonna do a map run this time. We're gonna map up 100% of the world and get that mapping feat, you know? So that was my goal. They go up like gasoline. Oh, okay. Cattail heads go up like gasoline? Gotcha. They just go poof. They basically explode in a burst of flame, and then there's no like staying power to them at all. It's not like you can take a cattail head and have it like actually be effective. It gives you that initial boost, but it doesn't actually keep the fire going. You hate prepping for a big journey because I've always managed to forget my cook pot somehow. Yeah, I've done that before. I usually leave a cook pot at the forge, just so I never have to remember it there, and it lowers my weight by a kilo too. So that's always kind of nice. We're going into wolf territory, so I'm gonna get this torch out just in case. I don't even know if I can light it right now.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Whoa, he saw me from a long ways away.
Tired.
Well, we'll check behind the house first for the key. No behind the house key, but we got a little bit of wood. He was sort of blocking us from the truck over there. The truck is the other place that can have the key. And there can also be a possible key in here, as well as a possible key in the barn. I think we got the key in here. Look at that, we got a key in there. Go hunt a rabbit. Go hunt a rabbit or something. My rabbit now. Thanks for the free rabbit, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks for the free rabbit there. Angel, hello. How are you doing? I remember once I took the long journey, started to climb Timberwolf, and realized I forgot my bedroll. That is horrible, isn't it? Is that a horrible feeling? Isn't that a horrible feeling? Yeah, it was free. It was free dinner, Phantom Sith. So I was like, whatever. I'll take it from him. I will take it from him. If nobody else will, I will. Wow, that's the third pair of running shoes. Is the game trying to tell me something? I think the game's telling me something. It's telling me, Atheenon, you need to run like the wind, my friend. Run like the wind.
This stuff will come in handy.
No, that won't come in handy. That will not come in handy. Yeah, you can, Angel, you can use Google Translate or something if you want. But yeah, we do ask for English only in chat, mainly because I can't read English. I can't read anything other than English, so I have no idea what anybody's saying. But thank you. We aren't admonishing you or anything. We're just saying, please English. And use Google Translate if you need to, because that's all good too. Well, early game, that's a nice find, but it's so late in the game right now, we don't need that anymore. We don't need that any longer. Oh, don't worry about it. No, that's fine. That's fine. That is totally okay. Let's start a little fire here for ourselves. Let's start a little fire. We got plenty of books in here, so we'll start a little fire with a book. Plus, I can't answer your questions if I don't know what they are. So,
Come on,
can't ask them if I don't know what they are. But I appreciate you being here. That's always cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a fire. That's a pot. And another pot. Another pot. We'll make some water while we're here. Stock up. Questions? Do I like questions? Oh, I love questions. I love questions. I love questions. They speak Korean. Oh, they were asking if anyone could translate. Oh, I gotcha. I can barely speak and read English. That is true. You have any advice for getting archery leveled? Make lots of arrows. You get a skill for every arrow that you make. And once you once you get a bow and arrow, do not be afraid of shooting rabbits. Shooting bunnies is the easiest, best way to get your archery skill up. Every time you shoot a rabbit, you kill it. So not only do you get food, but you also get an archery skill up every single time you hit one. And that's probably the quickest way to do it. The quickest way to get your archery skill up in level is to shoot the little ribbity rabbits. Because and the nice thing about rabbits too is that you can also practice your longer shots on rabbits because they won't ever fight back. You don't have to worry about them. You don't have to worry about them, attacking you if you miss or something. They don't ever fight back. So take some nice long shots as well. That's a really good strat to use to not only get your skill up, but to not even so much to get your skill level up. Just to gain more skill with bows. Gaining more skill with bows is an actual skill in the game. Not even so much a practical skill of knowing how to shoot them properly, getting better crit rates and stuff like that, but actually knowing your drop on arrows and that sort of stuff is very critical to long-term survival. So yeah, it's a good way to increase not only your game skill but your practical skill with the bow. So that would be my advice is shoot a lot of bunnies. And you'll notice your arrow, and I know a lot of people's concern is, but my bow, it wears down so fast, and I'm using up my birch and my maple quickly. And it's like, yeah, in your first 100 days of the game, you're probably going to use up the same amount of birch and maple that you then utilize for the next 400 days of the game. Because after that first 100 days, you aren't shooting lots of animals. You're shooting a small number of animals, mainly for food and for hides, and you're pretty much only having to shoot them once to kill them. You aren't having to shoot them multiple times and have them run away with your arrows and you'll never find your arrow again and that sort of stuff. So after that first 100 days, your birch and maple use goes down dramatically. And with bow skill 5, your durability goes down quite a bit as well. Or the durability loss, I should say goes down quite a bit as well. So you don't have as much durability loss on that stuff either. Oh, did my fire already went out? Dang it. That was my bad. I should have harvested this rabbit up already and I forgot to do it. So, yeah, bow skill 5.
I could eat anything right now.
Bow skill 5 is a very crucial piece to the puzzle, but the main thing you get out of bow skill 5, and it's not like you have, you do have a better chance of killing animals with bow skill 5, but honestly, if your bow skill is decent, you have a pretty high probability of killing animals even at bow skill level 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Because it's more about placement of shots and it's more about placing your shots in certain vital areas of the animal, and it's more about you know, being able to it's more about your skill than your actual skill level. So I have Google Translate. I'm from Central Europe. My English is bad. Trying to enjoy the game, have fun, and have fun too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I understand the language barrier all too well. All too well. Drop those here as well. There we go. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Been trying to hunt recreationally with the bow the past few days. At this point, I have excessive amount of meat and fish between several deer, the bear, and the fish. Mystery Lake is definitely a gentle area. Oh yeah, Mystery Lake is definitely a gentler place to be. It's definitely a more gentle place to be than a lot of the zones. It also has a lot of supplies, places to hole up in case of storms. It's a very good compact zone with the Carter Hydro Dam, the Lookout Tower, Mystery Lake Camp Office, Trapper's Homestead. You got a good area that you can travel. You can travel between all of those relatively quickly, and not like lose a lot of health and stuff. So. And definitely compared to other zones, it's very gentle. You always set up your main storage base in coastal. See, I always use the Carter Hydro Dam. It's just that's just where I go is the Carter Hydro Dam. The Carter Hydro Dam for me is like the best spot because it's just so centrally located between the three arms of the world. You got this arm going out here. You got this arm going off here, and then you got this arm going off over here. And the Carter Hydro Dam sort of sits, like, right between them all. So I leave hides and guts and matches and fuel and all sorts of stuff there because I can go in between them really quick. Quick question on Predator despawn. If you're already out when the blizzard hits, say entry to Broken Railroad, will far-off Predators despawn? Yes, they usually will. It takes them a little while. There's usually a delay between the blizzard and them despawning. Timberwolves never despawn, but there's usually a delay between the blizzard and them despawning, so you have to be careful of that. Also, if you're carrying meat or something and a wolf smells you from a long ways away and is honing in on that meat smell, they will not despawn, even if a blizzard hits and it's going. So you got to be careful of that as well. Just beware. Beware. Magdalena, hello. How you doing? Yeah, I love the Carter Hydro Dam. It's such a great spot to like leave a ton of good stuff because you can always circle back. You can always I'll leave a bunch of these torches here for right now. And yeah, I'm gonna carry the rest of the stuff with me. I can leave the paper here. I got a book I can burn on me. Oh, I got extra clothes on me too. Oh shoot! I picked up regular mittens. I didn't even realize it. Wow. I was in a loot haze there. The dam is... Well, no smelly fries. That's the joy of this game, though. There's nothing wrong with sitting up in Coastal Highway. The advantages to a Coastal Highway base, especially late game, the advantages to a Coastal Highway base are that you have a forge very close to you in Desolation Point. You also have moose and bear spawns available to you. You got fishing available to you to get more lantern oil. There's a lot of positives about going to Coastal Highway too. So there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing I can do is give the reasons why I prefer setting up in the Carter Hydro Dam. I personally, I will have a mini base. I will have a mini base in Coastal Highway. It's not my main base, but I'll have a mini base there. Especially if I'm playing a long game, I'll have a mini base in Coastal Highway that will have like it'll have like a hatchet and a knife in it, It's an excellent spot for coal. There's lots of advantages to being there, for sure. So, lots of advantages to being there. There's nothing wrong with setting up a base there. I didn't mean to, like, I'm not dissing your idea of setting a base up there. I just like to give my reasons for why I do it the way I do it. But that's the joy of Long Dark, though. The joy of Long Dark is that you can play it however you want, and guess what? As long as you're not dead, you're doing it right. So there you go. As long as you're not dead, you're doing it right. Continue for the last. Then again, I'm a guy who plays D&D, so I should have known the dangers of 3%. Oh, let's see, what's this? Allow me to say a hearty screw you to the 3% from the wolf meat to get parasites. Oh, dude, even at 1%, King, you can get it from 1%. You can get it from 1%. So I've got food poison. I've got it from 1%. So I've got it from 1% before. So it doesn't shock me that you got it at 3%, because I've got it from the 1% meat before, 1% chance, which is pretty frustrating when you're looking at the odds and you're like, if I rolled a D100, or if I rolled D100 from now for the next couple hours, how often am I going to roll a 1%? Unless I got weighted dice. I got weighted dice, it might be more often than not. But without weighted dice, how often am I going to roll a 1%? Let's just be honest about it. Like 3 failed fires, 75%. Oh, yeah. 3 failed fires, 75% or higher. That happens all the time. I don't think they do math very well. Yeah, some of the percentages are not... The percentages generally are not what they appear. Your chance may be more or less than the percentages listed. Alright, have a good morning, Mia-Lex. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Remember, Mia, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when I will start my stream, and we will be playing this character right here. We'll be playing this character right here, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, my time, which is in approximately, let's see, it's 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours from now. A little less than 16 hours from now, we'll be starting all over again.
I hate being
with this character,
yes,
so.
I really do.
The best time to get intestinal parasites is when you got level 5 cooking because you ate predator meat. Yes, I know. Before level 5, yeah, before you get level 5. Yeah, you basically were like micro-harvesting a bear, and you're like, I'll risk one piece. I'll risk one piece. And then 5 minutes later, you get level 5, and you have a 1% chance, and you get intestinal parasites from it. And then you got 20 days. That's one thing to remember. 20 days in Interloper of intestinal parasites. Not 10. 20. 20 days. Twinkie! Oh my god!
Kill you, idiot! Bastard!
Twinkie!
Twinkie just gifted 10
Twinkie.
subs.
10 gifted subs to the channel. Oh my god, Twinkie. Twinkie, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Let's go back here and get warmed up a little bit. Let's give out some points for those 10 gifted subs, and we'll slowly, we'll also, we'll also name them off here. Psych! Pogo the Meatbag. Durable. Joy's Bood something. Joy's. Bigadoes, Azrael PC, a Graffin, a Cooley, Wild Lime Soda, Elderman 66, and Goggles Pisano. Welcome into the Ath Pack officially. Twinkie. Twinkie's back at it, asserting dominance. Asserting dominance indeed. Thank you so much, Twinkie, for those 10 gifted subs right there. Holy crap, did I say 5? 10 gifted subs. What's the average age of the community? I feel like I might be among the youngest here. I would say my demo probably skews higher, Victim, than a lot of other Twitch channels. I would say my demo is probably average in the 30s, like high 20, like older 20s, mid 30s would be if I had to poll everybody. I'm not going to because asking for age is a bad thing. Cask, how you doing, by the way? I would say my demo probably skews more towards the late 20s, early 30s. I'm just guessing. And yes, we do have younger viewers. I have viewers that are in their teens. But I have viewers that are older as well. Yeah, you're definitely 15.
I wonder if I can drop any of this.
But I think I skew towards I skew towards an older demo, but I think that's the kind of community. I think generally a game like The Long Dark doesn't appeal with younger, as big of a younger crowd as other games do. I'm not going to say it doesn't appeal to younger people, but it doesn't appeal to as younger a crowd as some games are. I think it appeals to some young people. It's not a pew pew shooter, and so it doesn't have that pew pew shooter appeal that a lot of, it doesn't have any troll fact. There's not really a troll factor to the game at all. And that's not to say, like a 19-year-old like yourself is not going to enjoy the game, because there are people in that demo that. But I'd say, Victim, you're probably in a smaller demo for this game than a lot of people are as far as age goes. But hey, that's cool. This game appeals to all ages, all races, creeds, combat status codes, but yeah, it is more about bullying rabbits, Tweaky. That is true. It is more about bullying rabbits and making rabbits my friends. I don't know why it said that. No troll, no troll factor. Yes, there is a troll factor to it. BK is a big part of that. Yeah, see, I'm not much into that. That's one reason I was in, whose channel was I in a little earlier? God, I forget his name. But I was in a channel earlier today, and he was doing the No One Gets Out Alive challenge. And he's like, oh, yeah, I saw, this has been pretty fun for me. And have you done it at all? And I'm like, nah, I hard pass on that. Hard pass on ranked challenges for Long Dark. This is not my thing. Oh, little blind mouse, how you doing? How you doing? And thank you for that gifted sub. Going out to Victim SS84.
They have given
the challenge is called No One Gets Out Alive. It's a challenge that I forget what streamer created it, but a lot of streamers have like joined in on doing it. There's a lot of players that join in on doing it, and you have to do certain things within certain amounts of time. There's no health recovery. There's limited wildlife. In fact, I think rabbits don't even exist. That sort of stuff. Wildlife Soda, doing good, man. Doing good. How are you tonight? But yeah. I don't. We try to keep our channel PG-13, King. We try to keep the channel PG-13. I don't choose to swear on stream myself. I will occasionally swear. I'm not saying I'm a Puritan, and I swear like it's like a competitive dead man challenge, yeah. And that's not really for me. Long Dark for me is about the exploration, the fun, sharing wisdom and knowledge with you guys, and learning from you guys as well. That's the thing. For me, it's about enjoying and relaxing and talking with you guys. Innuendo is strongly encouraged, by the way. Yeah, we try to keep it PG-13. I don't really allow cussing in channel. An occasional, I will occasionally cuss here and there if I get frustrated, which luckily with this game doesn't happen very often. But I will occasionally swear or cuss myself. But, and in real life I do swear. I found, though, the interesting thing, though, is I've found as the more I stream PG-13 without cussing, the less I actually find myself streaming in real life. Or cussing in real life. I don't stream as much in real life. I actually cuss less in real life when I don't cuss on stream. Which, something to think about. Something to think about. It's one of those things where I find that I don't mind streamers who cuss, but it gets a little... When every other word's an F-bomb, or an S-bomb or something, it just kind of it loses any sort of you know, flavor it might add, and it actually starts to me it actually starts to detract from the stream a little bit, because it's like you almost can start playing a drinking game where every time they drop an F-bomb you take a drink. But yeah, for me it just kind of loses a little bit of its effect, or affect or effect. But Long Dark is, for me, like most survival games, a struggle against the environment that I enjoy. It's stimulating, it's a reasonable challenge, and it's not me bashing my head against the wall to see what color I play. Exactly. That's the thing I love about the Long Dark too. The Long Dark generally is a game which the only measure you have of how you're doing is how you did last time. That's the only real measure of how you're doing. Effect, okay, effect for sure. So you basically look at how you're doing this run compared to the last run and go, okay, I'm doing way better on this run than I did last time. I've got more days under my belt, or I've progressed further. I've made my forge run already, you know, and that's the thing. Yeah, it's you against you, which I really, there's not a lot of games out there that do that. I mean, solo play has kind of died. Solo play games. One that I really liked, if you're looking for another one that it's actually a lot of action, but it's pretty much it's got a story to it, but it's really good, is Horizon Zero Dawn. I had so much fun. It had a good story. It had interesting combat features, and honestly, killing robot dinosaurs never got old. Killing robot dinosaurs, how could that ever get old? You know, so yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn, I highly recommend that game. It has a lot of hours of gameplay that you can get out of it, and even if you beat the game, you can keep playing it and just go around, you know, getting your skills better and becoming a better dino hunter. And yeah, it's really fun. It's one that that and Red Dead, I'm really glad I picked up both those games. Well, glad I picked up Horizon Zero Dawn. Hadrian actually bought Red Dead for me, so I can't take credit for that. But I can't wait. I cannot wait for Horizon Zero Dawn 2 to come out. I am very excited to see where the story goes, because the story was actually really compelling. It was such an interesting take on a it was an interesting take on a end of the world type scenario. One that I had never really seen done before, which you know, the zombie trope is you know, how many different ways can they make the zombies work? It's fun in a sense, but it's like it's a limited scope kind of thing. But it was a very interesting take on the world ending, but still, you know, continuing and coming back. And that's what I really liked. I really liked about it. Thank you for throwing the merch link up there, by the way, BK. We do have all new, brand new graphics on our merch. Brand new merch. Got several new mugs with new graphics, and they actually have the Atheenon logo on one side, the new graphic on the other side. Got new shirts. Got AthPack member shirts, both with a full front as well as just a like lapel logo type thing. Oh, let's go to Secret Cave. Secret Cave. Secret tree. Hoo ha ha. Secret tree. Secret tree. Secret tree. The wolf thong is not coming. That's only going to the that's only, yeah, see, and Last of Us is not on anything but console, so I've never played Last of Us. I'm not a console gamer, so. The fans only page. Yes, the OnlyFans page. Hey now. Ladies. Yeah, well, you know, I've heard that about Last of Us 2 from a lot of people. I never played it, so I cannot personally comment one way or the other about it, but if they ever brought Last of Us to, if they ported it to PC, I would definitely play it. I've heard the story and stuff in it is amazing. Okay, what do we have on us that's so dang heavy? Oh, I picked up all this wood. Oh, I picked up 10-seater? Holy crud. Well, didn't Last of Us have, like, so many returns? Didn't Last of Us have so many returns that they actually stopped? There were stores that allowed people, that basically were denying people returns on their game. They basically were like, we are taking no more returns on this game. Oh, Cyberpunk 2077 was a massive letdown. See, that's the thing, is like, it's not just Last of Us 2 that I've heard was a letdown. I know for a fact Cyberpunk 2077 was a letdown, because I was so hyped for Cyberpunk 2077, and it was kind of wah, wah, wah. I actually just picked up the Dishonored series. I just picked up the Dishonored games. I have never played them. They actually are on my wish list of games that I sort of want to play at some point. I think I picked up... My nephew loves the Dishonored games. Yeah, I picked up Dishonored, Dishonored 2, and Dishonored Death of the Outsider. It was like a package deal, and it was like on sale, so I was like, my nephew's always talked... He's always talked mad game about these, so I'll give him a try. I'll give him a try. Oh, yeah, for the devs, that was... They were in such a tough position, though. The problem that they had with that game, with Cyberpunk 2077, is that they had promised, or they had already sort of, like, signed the deal that those games would be available on console, and they should never have... They should never been on console. Those games on console just do not work. They may work on the next gen consoles, but on the old consoles, it's just a no-go. And the problem they had is that they had already sort of like promoted that, made people like want it on console, and then they couldn't deliver it. And I enjoyed my time in Cyberpunk. See, my biggest problem with Cyberpunk wasn't even the my biggest problem with Cyberpunk was not the graphical problems or glitches or bugs. I honestly just kind of got bored. They have, like, one main storyline. I was thinking, so here's the reason is, I was thinking Cyberpunk would sort of be like, Red Dead Redemption 2, but set in the future. And it wasn't. There weren't enough, like, the side missions were boring. Everybody wanted to sell me a car, and I could give a crap less what cars they wanted to sell me. The clothing system was just unmanageable. Trying to figure out what was the best clothing for you, what was the best weapons for you was just, I mean, it was just unmanageable. There was so many options that it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming, the number of clothing and weapon options they gave you. The side, it had like the one main storyline, and there was like a couple side storylines you could do, and the rest of them were all like the same mission. Go help the cops take down this gang. Go, you drive around and there's like a mugging taking place. It's like, I don't know. It just didn't really work for me. And if it worked for you, great. It just overall, I was just unimpressed. Can't count how many times I had my character had his willy out because his bug. You see, and I played it with no nudity or anything like that. I turned the nudity off because I knew that was part of it. So I put on the filters because I was like, why do I need that in my game? I'm sorry. Why do I need that in my game? I don't. I don't need it, and I don't want it. I neither need nor want that in my game. Yeah, I mean, they should have invested in that game. They should have invested in more stories, and that sort of stuff. I mean, Red Dead 2 did it perfect. Red Dead 2 has the main storyline, and then there's dozens of side quests that you can find, people that you can interact with, the guy that you do the little shooting competition with, you run across him a bunch. You have the Albert missions where you're helping the wildlife photographer. You got the missions. You got all these little side missions that you can do, and it enhances the game. And there's a lot of like hidden stuff in Red Dead. You got all the different collections you can get. You got the fishing guy that you interact with, and you go get the legendary fish. I mean, there's just so many side things that you can play that game with, just ignoring the storyline and not even miss a thing, not even miss a beat. All the storyline does really is enhance your ability to do a lot of things, and that's about it. And so, I mean, Red Dead's a great example of what Cyberpunk 2077 should have been. Cyberpunk 2077 should have been Red Dead in space, basically, or Red Dead in the future. And it, you know, it wasn't. Unfortunately, it just didn't match up. Didn't match up at all. So, boys and girls, I was gonna do some Medieval Dynasty tonight, but I am like, I don't know what it is, but I am starting to feel like really tired. I'm actually losing a step right now, and I'm just feeling really, really super tired. I was gonna switch over and play Medieval Dynasty about a half hour ago, but I think I'm going to wrap the stream up for tonight. I know it's a little shorter stream; it's only about 3.5 hours. But I think I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to come back tomorrow. We're going to pick up right where we left off with this guy right now. We're heading to the forge. We're going to pick up with that and go to the forge and get our forging done, go back and get our bows and arrows made, and then tomorrow we got that, and then we have Icarus for like 8 to 10 hours. Last time I streamed on Saturday, I think it was like 14 hours that I streamed on Saturday. So I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to get to bed early, get up tomorrow, be fully energetic, be ready to go. Be able to play Long Dark, and then start Icarus and play it for as long as I want. We may stream for 20 hours tomorrow, for all I know, depending on how Icarus goes. So the Icarus devs are online, so is Stacy.